Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 15 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 15-minute time check, stations.
On the Bobcat Sports Network from Learfield, this is Montana State Bobcat basketball.
Inside, left-hand slam! What was that?
Brought to you by Door Tech, raising the door on quality. Montana State University, Mountains and Mines. And by Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Live from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth, here's the voice of the Bobcats, Keaton Gillogly.
At long last, the Bobcats return home for the Big Sky Summit League Challenge, and today it is no more easy feats still. This is a very difficult non-conference schedule, and the Bobcats today welcome in the Summit League preseason favorites, the University of St. Thomas Tommies, who come in at 6-3, now their fourth year at Division I, and the first year that they are fully eligible for postseason and NCAA tournament play, as they come in with 15th-year head coach Johnny Tower. On the other side, it's the Montana State University Bobcats coming in at 3-5, and third-year head coach Matt Logie looking for his first home win of the season, although he hasn't had his first Division I home win of the season, although hasn't had too many opportunities to this point. I'm Keaton Gillogly, and sitting to my right is Brian Priebe. Brian, how we doing? How we feeling, man?
Feel really good. It's that time of year where you want to get some W's, get a little momentum going into Christmas and New Year's.
It's going to be a good one and a great opportunity and test here for Montana State. I mean, let's just start with this non-conference schedule, Brian. It'd be real easy maybe for people to just scoreboard watch, not watch a ton of games, and be like, boy, how come the Cats can't close? But in reality, they played a really challenging collection of teams to this point.
Yeah, no question about that. D1 schedule, they're 1-6 or 1-5 in those D1 games, but they have the 24th ranked schedule in the country.
Yeah.
And all they're doing is playing great teams. And if you think about it, with the exception of Stanford, they were down 2 with 2 minutes to go. They've been tied or ahead with a minute to go in every single one of those games. Just got to finish. Finished against Long Beach. Other than that, haven't finished late. And that's the growth that this team's got to make.
Right. Well, and really the only game against a kind of a common leveled type opponent that they didn't close would have been the Denver game. And that was a game in which really they didn't get many stops down the stretch of that game defensively, but they came right back out against Boise State in that next game, and it did look like their defense responded. And to this point, even that Utah State game, and they gave up a little over 80 points, but that was in overtime, and that was after Utah State hung about 95 points in each of their previous two. So it does feel like their defense has started to step up.
Yeah, I feel like the defense is actually in a pretty good place. Overall, rebounding feels like it's solid. It can improve. Offensive rebounding especially. Their offense has been the thing. It's just been up and down. And unfortunate for them at this point, the last 2 minutes has been the place where it's been down. I want to say right now the scoring in the last 4 minutes is something like 15-36 in the last 2 minutes of those D1 games. That's winning time.
Yes, it is. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we'll get into our Mountain Hot Tub opposing team profile. We'll break down the Kendall Ford keys to the game, and we'll tell you how the women are doing as they're on the road for their leg of the Big Sky Summit League Challenge over on the women's side of hoops. We're getting ready for Montana State and St. Thomas coming up at the top of the hour. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
At Williams Homes, we're more than builders. We're family. For over 30 years, our name has meant quality, care, and homes built to last for generations. Because buying a home isn't just about today. It's about your future. Right now, we're locking in prices on move-in ready homes. No surprises, no shifting costs. Plus, for a limited time, get flex cash for closing costs, upgrades, HOA fees, or a rate buy-down. Your dreams deserve a strong foundation. Williams Homes, built by our family for yours. Visit williamshomes.com.
At Northwestern Energy, we're committed to helping all of our service areas thrive.
Because these communities are more than just spots on a map, they're our homes too.
From hosting charity events and funding local scholarships
to leading economic development projects, we'll continue to donate our time and resources
to help deliver a bright future for everyone.
For more information, visit northwesternenergy.com/inyourcommunity.
Qdoba Bozeman is a proud partner of the Montana State Bobcats. Make your winning play at Qdoba. Show your spirit with your own salad, quesadilla, bowl, burrito, or nachos, and all your favorite toppings. Score big and add free guac and queso to your entree anytime, any day. Hungry yet? Stop by Qdoba at 855 South 29th Avenue right after the game for the ultimate flavor MVP.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky Country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
Back at the brick, getting set for Montana State and St. Thomas tonight. The first of two games in the Big Sky Summit League Challenge. The Bobcats will be on the road on Saturday at Oral Roberts, while the women will be home. So we'll have a nice full-bodied Saturday around campus with that second-round FCS playoff game across the street. And then you can come over here and catch the women's game at 6 o'clock. All right, Brian, let's dive into our Mountain Hot Tub opposing team profile and see why they're going to be in hot water today, brought to you by Mountain Hot Tub. Montana's Hot Tub. Mountain Hot Tub is Montana's largest hot tub dealer since 1979. Your authorized hot spring spa dealer with locations in Bozeman, Butte, and Helena. What should we know about this squad?
Yeah, this is an old school squad. They are play old school. You're going to see hundreds of shot fakes and ball fakes. They don't look super athletic just when you look at them on the floor, but this is a team that'll deceive you. They're sneaky that way, and they are explosive offensively. They don't shoot a great percentage from three, but half of their shots are coming from three, and when they get hot, they get hot. They had 8 straight makes against Northern Colorado after going 1 for 14 in the first half from behind the arc, and even that just tells you how many shots they're going to take from behind arc. So it should be a really fun game because it's going to be offensive oriented up and down the court. Both teams are going to be letting her rip.
Yeah, some of the notable scores for them this year. You mentioned the Northern Colorado win. They beat the Bears 73-72, one of the few losses Northern Colorado has had in the non-conference. They also beat Army at home when they opened up their brand new arena that seats between 5,000 and 6,000. They beat Army 83-76. They lost to Washington State by 10, and they beat up Green Bay, winning by 19 in that game. So they've had a couple of quality matchups so far this season as we get ready to go for this matchup between the Cats and the St. Thomas Tommies. All right, Brian, up next, let's get to our Kendall Ford keys to the game. What are we looking for? What are some of the keys for today?
One offense, one defense. First thing defensively has got to be fundamental. They got to get out on threes. These guys are letting rip. You got to get there. You got to contest, and then you got to box out because missed threes are going to come off long, and they only shoot 30% as a ball club from behind the arc. But you got to stay down on shot fakes, all those things. Everything is just fundamental stuff defensively. Offensively, got to have foot on the pedal, attack mode, transition, got to attack off the bounce. These guys don't guard dribblers for anything. Got to get in the paint, got to put pressure on their defense, and go attack the rim and go score.
All right, looking forward to all of that. The fundamentals always so key. I mean, really, Brian, you look at what this team has done this year. One of the things that was a common thread hearing from the coaches and the players is just the emphasis on playing together. And, of course, when you do bring in so many new guys, you are teaching a lot of fundamentals. And I do feel like Coach Logie focuses on the fundamentals in practice more than most coaches do. Is this a team you feel like is playing pretty fundamentally sound to this point?
I really do defensively. I think the hardest thing against this team is you just don't very often play a point guard who's 6'4", who gets in the paint, and then it's just up fake, pass fake, up fake, and then he shoots, and you're like, what the heck just happened? So you can't simulate what he does in practice. He's their leading scorer. He's shooting a ton of their shots and really good offensive player. He's a guy that, like the Bears, Northern Colorado Bears, had no answer for in the second half.
All right, well, we'll see if the Bobcats can keep all of that rolling and stay fundamental and stay down on shot fakes today against St. Thomas. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get you caught up on some of the other Big Sky scores, and we'll tell you how Daniel Sally and women's basketball are doing right now. They are out in Fargo. All right, we are taking a break. It's Montana State and St. Thomas today. Back with more after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Quitting smoking, vaping, or chew isn't easy because nicotine is extremely addictive. Plus, everyone's different. What worked for me may not work for you. That's where Quit Now Montana comes in. And it's free. You get a quit coach and a custom quit plan tailored to you, including free nicotine replacement therapy, patches, gum, or lozenges. Bottom line, Quit Now Montana works. Time to make it work for you. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW or go to quitnowmontana.com to get started today. Montana Department of Public Health and Human Services.
Debilitating joint pain can keep you from doing the things you love most. At Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, we take a holistic approach to your orthopedic surgery, combining state-of-the-art orthopedic capabilities with whole health optimization. We'll work with you to identify and address any medical issues prior to your surgery. Our optimized health approach ensures your surgery is just the beginning of a new, pain-free life. Explore more at bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
Universal Athletic has been a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 50 years. Check out their great selection of Bobcat apparel and accessories for all your game day needs. Shop in store at their North 7th Avenue location or online at shop.msubobcats.com for everything you need to cheer on your Bobcats. Universal Athletic, a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 50 years. Go Cats!
The fact that we've been in Montana for over 80 years shows our value and that we are here to stay. I'm Lisa Kelly, president of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana. We strive to be there for our members through all of life's journeys, from having a baby to starting a business to even in later ages when looking for Medicare options. We're there at every moment to support our members in sickness and in health. We're there no matter what. It's beautiful.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Montana State Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Local is more than where you do business. It's how you serve your customers and communities. And for us, it's why we do what we do. At Stockman Bank, we offer convenient, innovative financial solutions backed by the power of quick, informed local decisions. So you receive the services you need when you need them. We don't just believe in local, we are local. We are Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking. Member FDIC.
Getting ready to go for Montana State and St. Thomas today. It's the third matchup since both of these teams have been playing at the Division I level. The Bobcats are 2-0, trying to make it 3-0 today against the St. Thomas Tommies. All right, time now to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. And again, it's two games for every team, men's and women's, one home, one on the road in this Big Sky Summit League Challenge, and then you add it all up and see who wins. So far right now today, Northern Colorado is at Omaha. Northern Colorado leading that game 36-33 nearing the end of the first half. Northern Colorado right now 7-1 on the season, and of course they do try to match these up based on last year's success. Omaha was the Summit League representative in the NCAA tournament, beating this St. Thomas team in the tournament championship. Northern Arizona trailing against South Dakota State right now 33-26. 45 seconds to go in the first half over there. Idaho State is at Kansas City. Idaho State leading 19-18. And Portland State is at South Dakota leading 33-28 with 2:20 to go in the first half. Coming up, tipping off with our games today, North Dakota State is at Montana. Oral Roberts goes to Weber State at 7 o'clock. Idaho hosts North Dakota, and Eastern Washington is going to Denver. In the national rankings today, a couple of top 25 games this afternoon. Right now, Indiana is in some Big Ten play. They do play those early Big Ten games. Indiana trailing at Minnesota 62-53. Number 6, Louisville at number 25, Arkansas. Arkansas winning that game 56-42. Number 12, Alabama leading Clemson 52-50 early in the or midway through the second half. Number 10, Iowa State leading big 65-28. So those are some of the games going on right now. And overall, Brian, just watching college basketball around the country right now, a lot of highly ranked games. We're seeing a little more of that this year. Part of that, I think, is the way the net rankings work. Does make it tough for these mid-majors to get some games scheduled. But just watching some of these games, man, there's been some high-level hoops so far.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it's been amazing how much more even it's been than expected. Everybody thought the SEC was going to run away with everything. They've been taking their lumps in the SEC-ACC challenge, and it'll be interesting to see where we get to at the end of the non-conference.
Right, and then the Big Ten still very strong. Michigan looked like world beaters. They put it on Gonzaga over Thanksgiving, and they've got a couple of big transfers too. So all coming together, and it does feel like, in this transfer portal era, one of the things we are starting to see is some of that parity because, well, if you're a good player that's not playing, you can kind of go off and go somewhere else. We're starting to see some of that.
Yeah, and boy, in basketball, does a transfer make a big deal, right?
Yeah.
Like football, you get 1 of 22, and it's a minimal impact unless it's a quarterback, but in basketball, man, you get the right transfer, and it's a game changer for everything.
Keeping an eye on the women's side right now. Coach Binford and women's basketball on the comeback trail. They got off on the wrong foot at North Dakota State. 17 seconds left in the first half, and North Dakota State is leading Montana State 47-38. Addison Harris and Taylor Chirick tied for the game high with 13 points apiece. The Bobcats coming off that thrilling win at Colorado a couple of days ago. Nice to see a road Big 12 win. That's going to help things down the stretch.
Yeah, that's a big win right there.
All right, we're going to take a break, and on the other side of this timeout, we're going to sit down with head coach Matt Logie as we get set for the Bobcats and the St. Thomas Tommies. You'll never guess who the leading rebounder is on this basketball team for Montana State right now. We're going to talk about that and more with Coach Logie after this. It's the Bobcats and the Tommies. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Welcome to the bundle event. Entering now our undisputed tag team champions, the mid-size SUV and the mid-century modern. Together with a State Farm agent, this auto and home duo are a powerful force of savings, service, and customizable coverage. Now, let's get ready to bundle.
Contact Bozeman State Farm agent Dan Rust today.
Availability and amount of discounts and savings vary by state.
Game day or work day, Montanans count on strength, precision, and reliability. At DoorTech, we bring the same championship mindset to every garage door we install, service, and repair. Rooted in 6 generations of Montana grit and committed to excellence, we're proud to serve the Gallatin Valley and proud to cheer on the Bobcats. DoorTech, rooted in family, committed to excellence, focused on you. Come see us at our new location in Belgrade, 195 High K Street, or visit DoorTechMT.com.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins Lumber believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins Lumber, Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
It was a nice spring day, so I decided to do a little work around the house. I didn't think anything of it. I've dug 1,000 holes 1,000 times until I hit a shallow gas line. The repair cost me over $5,000, and in one fell swoop, the family vacation was kaput. I know I'm not the only one, but it still hurts. Next time I'm calling 811 before I dig.
Learn from Jerry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
Back on the pregame show, we're getting set for Montana State and St. Thomas today as we begin the Summit League Big Sky Challenge. Keaton Gillogly alongside head coach Matt Logie. And Coach, I want to start with Jed Miller, leading the team in rebounds right now, pulling in 5 a game. What are you seeing from Jed Miller on the glass at the start of this year?
Yeah, he's done a great job. I think part of it is his just knack for the ball and understanding of angles. And, he had a pretty good mentor in Robert Ford earlier in his career from the point guard position. And so sometimes those point guards can get in there and just clean up a lot of the mess when everybody else blocks out.
In that last game against Utah State, it was kind of a slow start from the three-point line. But correct me if I'm wrong, it did kind of seem like it was shots kind of within the system, guys who can knock down three-point shots. What are you seeing in that regard?
Yeah, I mean, to beat Utah State, you've got to come out and swing your shot. And we came in with an attack mentality. Some of those shots didn't fall, early in the game. They at different times in the second half, we made some big ones, including the one to take the lead. But really, I thought the difference in that game for us was the way we dominated the glass, getting second chance points, limiting their second chance points. And so there's a lot of little margins you can win and a lot of ways to win a game besides shooting.
All right, well, let's get into this matchup with the University of St. Thomas. They come in at 6-3, the preseason favorites in the Summit League. Talking about some of their individual guys, one of their big, tall guards at 6'5" is Noah Minasali. He's coming in at 21 points per game. What are you seeing from him today?
Yeah, Nolan's one of the best mid-major wing players in the country. Big, physical, strong, athletic, touches the paint. Really at will, especially in transition, and has a good post-up game, off the bounce as well. So he's definitely a guy that you got to keep away from the basket, and he's had a great start to the year.
As a whole, Johnny Tower in his 15th year at St. Thomas. So he's really established what he's doing. What are we going to see some of his tenets in a team coached by Johnny Tower?
Well, I've had the pleasure of knowing Coach Tower for a long, long time, going back to our years as Division III coaches. Obviously, he's helped shepherd, St. Thomas into the Division I level, and he's a Tommy through and through. He played there, he's coached there, he's won a national championship or two, I think 2 there. He's got another national championship coach on his bench, and Mike Maker, who I have a lot of respect for. So it's a program that has my highest level of respect in terms of the way they go about their business, how well designed they are, the culture that they build, and so it hasn't been surprising to see them rise up and be preseason favorites of the Summit League with now a few years of Division I recruiting under their belt.
One of the other guys to keep an eye out for here, number 32 at 6'9", which is Carter Bayaki. Preseason all-conference, 8 points a game. What's he doing in the front court for them?
Well, they put a lot of value on their post players being able to spread the floor and shoot the three, and so he puts teams in a constant state of choice, and we've got a plan for that, obviously, but he's somebody that is a little unique in that regard, that at his size, with the people that normally match up with him, spends a lot of time on the perimeter, and so that gives their guards a lot of space to attack the paint. It's one of the reasons guys like Minnesali and Janowski can penetrate as much as they do, because you don't have that rim protection around the basket.
All right, well, it's going to be a good matchup today. 2 strong mid-major programs, the Bobcats and the Tommies today. Coach, appreciate the time and the insight.
Thanks a lot. Go Cats.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have our starting lineups and tip-off between Montana State and St. Thomas. For head coach Matt Logie, I'm Keaton Gillogly. This is Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Fans, support both your favorite team and Montana State students. When you shop at the MSU bookstore, you help lower the price of course materials for Montana State students. The MSU bookstore is owned by MSU students and faculty and serves as the only not-for-profit campus bookstore in Montana. Shop online at msubookstore.org or on campus in the Strand Union building. Remember, Bobcat fans, when you shop at the MSU bookstore, all proceeds from your purchase goes directly to lowering the cost of course materials for Montana State students. Go Cats!
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up, pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
Quitting smoking, vaping, or chew isn't easy because nicotine is extremely addictive. Plus, everyone's different. What worked for me may not work for you. That's where Quit Now Montana comes in. And it's free. You get a quit coach and a custom quit plan tailored to you, including free nicotine replacement therapy, patches, gum, or lozenges. Bottom line, Quit Now Montana works. Time to make it work for you. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW or go to quitnowmontana.com to get started today. Montana Department of Public Health and Human Services.
Looking for the perfect place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Bobcat win? Come on down to Ribbon Chop House. We have locations in Bozeman, Billings, Butte, Great Falls, and Livingston, where premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs meet unmatched hospitality. Starting January 6th, join us on Tuesday nights at 6:30 in Bozeman for great food and fanfare with the Cat Chat Coaches Show. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching with friends, do it with flavor. Ribbon Chop House, proud partner of Montana State. Go Cats! Who's ready to experience Montana's high alpine like never before? This winter, Big Sky Resort unveils Kirkcliff, a stunning 2-story glass observatory at the summit of Lone Peak, surrounded by unobstructed views spanning 3 states, 2 national parks, and countless mountain ranges. The most thrilling part of the experience, standing at 11,166 feet on a transparent glass floor. Plan your visit to Big Sky and experience Kirkcliff, redefining what it means to experience Montana's high country.
The Northern Pulse Growers Association encourages industry professionals and growers of dry peas, chickpeas, lentils, and fava beans to become members in 2024. Members gain access to cutting-edge research, expert training, market insights, and connect with a Pulse-passionate community. Visit northernpulse.com to join the Northern Pulse Growers Association. Together, we're sowing the seeds of success.
Echoing
to the cup.
One-hand slam!
From the brick.
And the brick is back to life.
And all throughout the great state of Montana.
Put it on the highlight reel.
It's time for Bobcat.
There's the juice.
Basketball.
Floats it up and in, and he beats the buzzer. To the cup, the rack-a-tech. Deep three, bang. Oh, baby. He backpedals, shaking his head, saying, you can't cover me. Rises and rattles the rim. A two-hand slam.
The best is yet to come.
Bobcat Basketball is brought to you by Town Pump Food Stores, proud sponsor of the Brawl of the Wild series, and by First Interstate Bank, built for you. Tip-off is just moments away from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth. Here's the voice of the Bobcats, Keaton Gillogly.
It's been a gauntlet of a non-conference schedule, and it continues today as the Bobcats head into the Big Sky Summit League Challenge as they return home for the first time in the month of December. All right, before we get to our starting lineups and tip-off, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. It is Montana State basketball. Alongside Brian Priebe, courtside at Worthington Arena. Back in the studios today is Kelly Freeman. We get ready to go for the Montana State University Bobcats coming in at 3 and 5. And on the other side, it's the University of St. Thomas Tommies. They come in at 6 and 3. The Bobcats a little bit banged up today. No Christian King and no Kevin Holden, both out with injuries today. So the starting lineup for the Bobcats, Davian Brown, Pat McMahon, Jeremiah Davis, Jed Miller, and Chris Hodges. And Brian, the Bobcats have done a lot of things. They've had a lot of success. They have been a little bit banged up now, and losing a guard and a wing here. Sounds like Holden could be banged up for a while. For King could be back any game, really, but still doing all this kind of shorthanded right now.
Without question, and they're going to play a small lineup until they get Christian King back, and that's going to lead to a lot of guard play, which, shouldn't be a problem. The Tommies are a decent-sized team, but they're not overly huge along the wing or front line, so they should be fine tonight for sure.
All right, let's take a look at this starting lineup for St. Thomas. A four-guard lineup. Their leading scorer is Nolan Minnesali, who scores 21 points per game. Austin Hero at 6'3", the younger brother of Tyler Hero, the NBA All-Star. At 6'4", another guard, Nick Janowski. And their fourth guard is Ben Osterman. He's from Hillsdale, Illinois. And then in the front court, it is Carter Bayurki. So that is the starting five. Bayurki, a preseason all-conference member who scored 10 points per game a season ago. See every pulse-pounding, buzzer-beating play in astounding detail with a patient experience that's second to none. Experienced doctors in advanced technology. Vance Thompson Vision, the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Bobcats, is your home for laser vision correction. Learn more at VanceThompsonVision.com. The arena all in blue right now as they go through the starting lineups, and we are just about ready to go. Bobcats wearing the home white uniforms today. Montana State written in blue, outlined in gold across the chest with the blue numbers on the front and the back. St. Thomas in the road purple uniforms with gray and white piping coming down the side of the uniforms with a script white St. Thomas written across the chest. And we are ready to go. And Brian, for the kids in Dead Week, getting ready for finals. Tough weather, a lot of ice out on the floor. Pretty solid crowd for a welcome home return for this Bobcat men's basketball program.
Yeah, and the Bobcat basketball teams won't be around much between now and January. The women have got a game Saturday and the men on the 22nd. So it's a good night to get a look at this team.
All right, the ball tossed in the air. The Bobcats win the tip-off. The Bobcat bench likes to set their tone with some energy off of that. Jed Miller taking it over to the right wing. Lost the handle on it, picks it back up, bounced down to Hodges, poked free, and the Bobcats turn it over on their first offensive possession of the day. So St. Thomas now going from left to right. Austin Hero with the basketball, the dribble at the top, takes it over to the right wing. Picks up the dribble and fires into the right corner. Back up top to Hero, around to the left wing. Osterbahn throws back up to the top as it moves around the perimeter. Now quick pass inside, catch is made, the layup is good. Ben Osterbahn with his first 2 points, averages 6.5 a game.
And that's St. Thomas basketball. Move it around the perimeter, use this four guard lineup rather, and then occasionally throw it in the post just to keep it even.
Bobcats have the ball to our left. Pat McMahon gets to the mid-post. His mid-range jumper is no good as it bounces off the inside of the iron. And St. Thomas has the rebound with a 2-0 lead, 60 seconds into the ballgame. Taking it around at that left wing. Then a solid double team down on the left block. Picks up the dribble, pivoting on his left foot. Ball moves around the perimeter up to Hero at the top of the key. One-hand pass, knocked free by Miller, recovered in the right corner by St. Thomas. Osterbahn doubled now on the right block, kicks it back out to the top of the key. 5 to shoot, around to the left wing, 3 to shoot. Here's a 3-ball, and Janowski knocks it down. The Wisconsin transfer puts it in. 5-0 lead for the Tommies.
Yeah, and that's Janowski's game. He loves to get a little step and then step back out of that, and he's got a really long step back to get himself a look at a 3.
Bobcats have the basketball to our left. Pat McMahon out on the right wing, pumps the 3, works his way into the mid-post, right side, back to the basket, now bodying in, steps inside, tries the jumper, that's no good. Left that a little bit short, and St. Thomas has the rebound as Bobcats start quietly from the field. Hero trying to turn the corner, Miller cuts him off down to the right block, puts it up off the glass and good. Looked like tight defense, but a tough finish by Austin Hero.
Yeah, he got in too deep, and he's got a couple inches on Jed Miller, able to finish with a nice little soft shot off the glass.
Bobcats with the ball to our left. Jed Miller has it out on the right wing. With the dribble beyond the arc. Throws down it to Pat McMahon. Kick out left corner. Brown, his 3. That's good. Davian Brown pours it in. Remember, the Bobcats started 1 of 16 from the 3-point line against Utah State. That was a good look there. The Cats get on the board early.
Davian Brown has been one of the better Cats. He's been in double figures 5 of 8 games and off to a good start here tonight.
Held up at the top. Yerke hands it off for Hero. Head up, serving, fires into the left corner, and a travel. Minnesali shuffled his feet before he got the ball down on the floor to turnover by St. Thomas. Bobcats trailing 7-3, 17 minutes, 14 seconds to go, first half.
And the Tommies are a team that's surprising because they're not a super athletic team, but they will pick up man-to-man throughout the game on dead balls, free throws, after timeouts.
Bobcats with the ball to our left. Jeremiah Davis throws up to Pat McMahon. Picks up his dribble, hands it off for Brown. Out to Hodges, moving it around the perimeter, over to Miller, left corner. Wanders out to the wing, gives it to Brown at the top, works his way into the paint, kicks it out to the right corner. Here's McMahon working down the right baseline, and he draws a hand check foul. First foul on Nolan Minnesali. The Bobcats will inbound.
Yeah, and of all guys to get fouls, Minnesali's the guy to get them on.
Yeah.
21 a game, had 29 against Northern Colorado. Really, really good offensive player. Anything you can do to draw a foul on that guy, you do it.
He's the preseason Summit League Player of the Year. That's Nolan Minnesali, the Marquette transfer. Bobcats have the ball. They inbound it out to the right wing for Davis, who bounces to Hodges. Hands it off for Jed Miller, gets free behind a screen, and drills the 3. Jed Miller with a Wendy's 3-ball from the top. That was smooth. Cats back within 1, down 7-6. 16.5 to play in the first. Thomas with the ball to our right. Toss out to the top of the key. Osterbahn hands it off out on the left wing. Default throws into the left corner, and we got a whistle and a foul. Hodges got a little handsy down there against Nick Janowski. And the foul goes on Hodges, his first.
Yeah, I think if Hodges hadn't got his hands stuck inside the jersey, he's probably okay on that, and it's a no call with the body, but the push knocked him out of bounds, easy whistle.
St. Thomas inbounds, leading by 1, out to the left wing for 3, and it's good. Rattling home from Nick Janowski, who's got his second 3 of the day. Bobcats down 4 with the ball. 16-13 to go, first half. Jed Miller has it at the top of the key. Looking for room. Well, they really bring a lot of pressure out and guard that ball, even a mile away from the 3-point line. Jeremiah Davis out in the left corner, turning toward that mid-post. Now steps back to the 3-point line, re-drives into the lane, pivoting on the Big Sky logo, gets rid of it, quick touch pass to the right corner, and Brown buries the 3. What patience, what ball movement. And Davian Brown has a pair of 3 balls.
Yeah, 2 or 3 guys could have taken the shot, especially Jeremiah Davis, but his patience inside was huge to get the Bobcats within 1.
That ball got away from the officials. That leads to a stoppage, which will lead to a timeout. We're going to take a break. 15:44 to go first half. St. Thomas leading Montana State 10-9. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Looking for the perfect place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Bobcat win? Come on down to Ribbon Chop House. We have locations in Bozeman, Billings, Butte, Great Falls, and Livingston, where premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs meet unmatched hospitality. Starting January 6th, join us on Tuesday nights at 6:30 in Bozeman for great.
So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com. Visiting West Yellowstone during the winter is a rare treat. The snow-covered landscape, frozen waterfalls, and frosted trees create a surreal winterscape. You'll enjoy our renowned hospitality, authentic Montana cuisine, and unmatched recreational opportunities. We encourage our guests to recreate responsibly and plan ahead to ensure a memorable trip. Plan your experience at DestinationYellowstone.com or YellowstoneDestination.com.
Which school will win the Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the upcoming year? Check out how your favorite school is doing at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Winners announced in June 2026. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics. Also serving all your garage door needs, TourTech is raising the door on quality. 15:44 to go in the first half. Tommy's leading the Cats 10-9, and right now the Bobcats knocking down a couple of long-range shots.
Yeah, both teams are out of the gates offensively. 5 for 5 combined from three. The only two misses are Pat McMahon getting inside. So the shooting is sensational, and it's going to be first team to 75 wins tonight. This is not going to be a low score.
A drive and a scooping layup is good and one. Nolan Minnesali found a way to get that thing to go through contact. Boy, that looked like a slow-motion circus shot, just like he was bowling and the ball stuck on his fingers for too long.
Hey, I'm telling you, it's old-school basketball when it comes to Minnesali, but it's pretty, man. He gets it done. He's only got like 3 shot fakes so far, but he'll get to his season's average there.
Knocks down the shot at the free throw line, so 3 points now for Minnesali, and it's a 4-point lead for the Tommies with 15:30 to go first half. Bobcats with the ball to our left. Jeremiah Davis picks up the dribble, gives it around the perimeter to Pat McMahon. Fakes the handoff to Brown, now does get it to Brown. Over to Davis, left wing. Bounce pass to Hodges at the top. Handoff for Miller, tries to turn the corner, throws down to the right baseline. McMahon makes the catch, leans in, and draws the foul. Misses the shot. It'll be 2 shots for McMahon, and that's the second foul on Nolan Minnesali. That is a huge call for their leading scorer, who averages 21 a game.
Yeah, that's a game changer, because that's probably going to make them pretty conservative with him. We'll see if they take him out right here, and then how they choose to play him over the last 15 minutes. Tough to leave him on the court if you're the Tommies.
First free throw is good for Pat McMahon. He's coming off the floor right now. It was a tough play. You know, it was one of those ones he was trying to stay up, but he was kind of leaned over. Good heads-up play by McMahon to jump into those arms. It did seem like he was trying to play conservative there, but you got to be really careful underneath like that. And the free throw is good for Pat McMahon. Probably a 50-50 call, but it's hard to argue against it.
Yeah, the Tommies have 3 double-digit scores. One's out tonight with injury. The Minnesali now on the bench. That's really taken 2 off the court because he's a 20-point game guy. So the Bobcats have got some chance here to make a run in this first half.
Right now the Tommies with a 2-point lead and the ball. Just over 5 minutes into the ball game. Step back right wing 3 is up. That is no good. They give that shot up all day. And now the Bobcats come the other way from right to left. Davis bounces it into Hodges down the left block. Backing in, posting up, pivoting in the middle of the lane. Needs to get rid of it and does to Pat McMahon. McMahon works his way into the lane, spins to his left shoulder, leans in, got blocked, knocked out of bounds, staying here. Jermaine Coleman got up and knocked that away.
Yeah, pretty good defense there by St. Thomas as the Cats get some penetration. Late shot clock situation now, 12 to go. Got to get a quick one.
Shots falling early on both sides. Bobcats are 3 of 6. St. Thomas 5 of 6 from the field to start. Brown to inbound. Bounce pass to McMahon down to the left block. Turns, hooks, rimming, good. Little touch from Pat McMahon. He's got 4 points. Nice to see McMahon using a few more tools out of the toolbox. Out to the right wing. St. Thomas moving it around the perimeter. And an illegal screen. Boy, he was moving all over the place. That was Kyle Counts who was... What do we got?
They're going to call that on Waka Imbach as he actually pushed the offensive player into his teammate to force the foul. It's actually the right call. It's a good call, not one that gets blown very often. But, yeah, Waka Imbach will get his first.
All right. I was a little screened by that, and the coaching staff now getting an explanation. So St. Thomas going back to work in a tie game, working it down to Dufault. Turning down to the left block, guarded by Jed Miller. Works underneath, kick out right corner. Lafferty goes up to the top of the key. Bad pass stolen away by the Bobcats. Pat McMahon without numbers, hands it off. Now Brown. Transition 3. It's good. Davian Brown, 3 threes, and we have a whistle after that ball goes in. So the basket is good, and a foul on Kyle Counts now. I just really wanted to make sure he got one.
He got one, and that'll give Bobcats to retain possession. They got a shot at a 5 or even a 6-point possession as they get their first lead on that Davian Brown 3-ball.
Cats up by 3. Jed Miller lobs it out to Jeremiah Davis. 13:48 to go, first half. Davis with the standing dribble. Chest pass over to the right wing along the half-court line to Jed Miller. Dribbling to the top of the key, Miller. Looking for the post, doesn't have Imbach, gives it to Brown. He weaves into the lane, he's going to the rack, floats it up and leaves it short, but draws the foul. Boy, he was quick on that take. We don't see that from him all that often.
But I think
take 2.
That's part of the scouting report with St. Thomas is you got to attack them off the dribble. They're not quick laterally. You've got to get in the paint, and then you got to draw some fouls. Cats have already forced 4 team fouls here in the early going with some aggressive offensive play.
13:32 to go in the first half. The first free throw from Brown is good. Now we've got a Bobcat debut. Seth Amonrud checks into the ball game for the first time. A transfer from Dawson Community College, and a guy who's right here in Montana, went to Manhattan Christian for high school.
Yeah, Bozeman native, goes out to Manhattan Christian for his high school experience, and got to feel like he's maybe got a butterfly or two. First time wearing a Cat uniform in the brick.
Second free throw is good from Davian Brown, who's already got 11 points. The Bobcats now quickly, after a 5-point possession, have a 5-point lead. Hero on the drive, tries to kick it out and does. Moving around to the top of the key, drive into the lane, kick out. Dufault works his way into the paint, gets the rack and lays it in. A tough finish by Ryan Dufault.
Yeah, and they got the Bobcat defense screaming right there. They just had switch after switch after switch and were not in place. Gave up an easy one.
Botch down to the right block, kicks it out to the right wing. Miller lobs down into the post. Imbach, kick out left corner. Amundsen on the drive. He goes up, plays it in, and those are his first 2 Division I points.
And he wastes no time. Check in, first touch, get yourself a bucket. Keep that pace up, you're going to be the all-time leading scorer.
Hero really pestered here by Pat McMahon, who moves the ball over to the left wing. Janowski works his way into the paint, knocked free by Amonrud, and picked back up by St. Thomas. On the drive to the free throw line, cut off. Bounce over to Hero on the right wing, working on Brown. His jump pass is tipped, the Bobcats take it away. Here comes Brown, gets it off to McMahon, works his way down to the left block, couple pump fakes, leans it up and in. And Pat McMahon now with 6 points. The Bobcats showing themselves as the aggressor right now.
13-2 run for Montana State over the last 250.
Topside 3-ball the other way. That's good. That was wide open from Kyle Counts, his first 3 points of the day.
Yeah, and this is the kind of game I expected. Up and down, playing fast and free, lots of shots, lots of threes.
Just under 12 minutes to play in the first half. The Bobcats leading by 4 with the ball. Brown over to the left wing. Miller, his 3. That's no good. A little strong off the back iron. St. Thomas the rebound.
First Bobcat miss from behind the arc so far tonight.
And now we got a whistle and a travel by Hero, and the Bobcats will have ball when we come back. Town Pump's a proud sponsor of the Brawl of the Wild rivalry series between Montana State University and the University of Montana. It's all sports all season long. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions at your local Town Pump. 11:36 to go in the first half. Bobcats leading the Tommies 22-18. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Built, Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems, Bryant, whatever it takes, Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning, Carrier, turn to the experts, Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time, Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces, and NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Built.
How would you like to be able to listen to us synced up to your TV in the comfort of your own home? Go to syncmygame.com to find out how. 11:36 to go, first half. Bobcats leading the Tommies 22-18. Brian, what are you seeing on the stat sheet?
Yeah, difference right now is Cats have forced 4 turnovers to just committing 1. Those 3 extra possessions have led to 3 makes effectively, because right now it's impossible to miss. You know, we talk sometimes like there's glass or something over the rim. Right now, the rim is about 12 feet wide, and if you just step on the court, anyone can make a shot right now because everybody is.
Yeah. Bobcats, though, doing a nice job of being the aggressor right now, bringing some high-level energy to the floor. Jaden Stepp has just checked into the ball game for the Bobcats as well, along with Seth Amenrud, who is making his Bobcat debut, then Jed Miller, Davian Brown, and Pat McMahon. We're sitting at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. The Bobcats had the ball with a 4-point lead, up 22-18. 11:29 to go in the first half. Step out of the right wing, throws up to Amenrud at the top, around to the left wing for Miller. Handoff for Step at the top. Then to Pat McMahon, trying to turn the corner to the right elbow, throws into the right corner. Amenrud for 3, in and out, and the rebound grabbed by St. Thomas. Tommies from left to right. Working out on the left wing. Janowski, bounce pass up to the top of the key for Hero. Moves over to the left wing, throws to the left sideline. Osterbahn. Now handoff to Janowski again. Still looking for room. 5 to shoot. Bounce pass into the post. Then back up to the top. Here's a 3. That's no good. The late shot clock situation on the hands of Jermaine Coleman. And the Bobcats have the rebound.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see the shot clock get in the final 5 seconds very often tonight.
Toss up to the left wing and around to the right wing for Step. Hands it off for Amenrud. Bounce pass to Miller. Over to McMahon, left wing. Pump fake, moves right around the screen, gets some room into the lane, bounce pass right corner. Amenrud tries to penetrate, curls down to the left block, bounce pass out to Brown, trying to penetrate, now steps back, triggers a 3. Aiming, no. Rebound St. Thomas. Tommies from left to right in the road, purple uniforms. Weave into the lane, pivoting around in the paint, still looking, step on D. Then the rebound is no good. The shot is no good. The rebound grabbed by Jaden Stepp. Good defense there against Janowski.
Great job by Stepp staying down because it was about 4 pump fakes in before the shot went up.
Brown from downtown. That's no good. Stepp tips the rebound out of bounds, and it'll be St. Thomas Tommies basketball. Amsterdam Meat Shop, proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics and the Gallatin Valley. Pat McMahon taking a seat, getting a rest after playing 40 minutes in the overtime tight loss at Utah State on Saturday. Howie Keene stepping into the ballgame as well. Brown takes a seat.
I think one thing that'll be interesting with a couple starters out for Montana State, a starter out for the Tommies, plus with the foul trouble they've had, you got some guys that don't play as many minutes, going to play extended minutes now here in this first half. How's that conditioning? For Amanrud to come in first game, jitters plus energy, how's the conditioning going to hold up?
Drive and a layup by Coleman. That's no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds going to the Bobcats. And for Amanrud, too, he's been a little banged up. He's had a couple of ankle issues. Nothing serious, but, that does take you off the floor and keeps you from running around a little bit.
Yeah, and it's all conditioning. And no matter what you do in practice, no matter how hard you go, game reps are different, mostly because just the emotion takes a little extra out of you.
Yeah, adrenaline boosts it, but then burns it a little faster. Amanrud hands it off for Miller out of the right wing. Bobcats surveying with a 4-point lead. Had a little bit of a drought here on both sides offensively. 7 to shoot. Give it to Davis. He's on the right wing with a dribble. 4. Davis steps back for 3. That's no good. A little bit too strong. And St. Thomas has the rebound. Bobcats have missed their last 5 shots now.
Both teams have gone cold after both teams were combined shooting over 70% deep into this first half.
Coleman, left corner 3. That's good. Ooh, that's a sweet stroke for the Indianapolis native who transferred from Purdue Fort Wayne. Jermaine Coleman with his first 3 ball. Now quickly the other way. Davis lays it in.
And that's what we were saying pregame. Bobcats got to stay in attack mode. The St. Thomas defense is pretty solid, but you can get them in transition, you get them off the bounce. You got to be attacking downhill.
Cats up by 3. Tommy's with the ball. Bounce pass underneath. Layup is up. Good and 1. Tim Franks was able to finish it off underneath. That's some of the depth you're talking about. With Franks playing in just his 5th game of the year. Came in with just 12 total minutes played. He'll go to the line for an and 1 opportunity. Amanrud coming off the floor for the first time. Got his first career point. Made a nice impact. And now Chris Hodges back in.
Good start. And you can see he got a little tired there that last possession. His guy is the one who makes the back cut from the elbow down to the block, draws a foul on step, and gets a chance for the old-fashioned 3-point play.
And he completes it. Tim Franks now with 3 points. Amanrud getting some words from Coach Logie right now. A little one-on-one coaching, keeping it light, a high five. And I mean, for the coaching staff, too. You recruit a kid, you go through that whole process, you bring him here, they go through injuries, and when you finally get him out on the floor, it's a big moment for the coaching staff, too.
Yeah, everybody's proud of him. He knocked down his first shot and did a lot of good things in his first stand on the court.
All right, now that's all over. Get a drink of water, and now you're just one of the guys.
Yep.
Jaden Stepp with it out on the left wing. Taking it down to the mid-post left side, kicks it out for Keene, around to Davis, around to the right corner for Miller. Into the post, right block, Hodges back to the basket. Kick out to the top, Davis, pumps the 3, gets some penetration, puts up a floater, off the inside of the iron, no good. Rebound tipped out, the Bobcats get the O board. Davis dials up a top side 3, that's no good. Clean look, step in traffic, comes away with a rebound. Wow, what a wingspan. Here's Miller, he's open from downtown, got it. Jed Miller, the top side 3, his second Wendy's 3-ball of the night.
And the Cats now have led for more of this game after the Tommies got off to that early start and held that early 7-0 lead.
Nice to see. They haven't played with the lead a ton, and now a turnover by Ryan Lafferty, who just kind of bobbled it with some tight defense on top of him, and the Bobcats have the ball. When we come back after this timeout, know what's below, tap, click, or call 811 before you dig. Brought to you by Montana, 811.org. We're stepping aside from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 7:30 to go, first half. Montana State leading St. Thomas 27-24. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Who's ready to experience Montana's high alpine like never before? This winter, Big Sky Resort unveils Kirkcliff, a stunning 2-story glass observatory at the summit of Lone Peak, surrounded by unobstructed views spanning 3 states, 2 national parks, and countless mountain ranges. The most thrilling part of the experience, standing at 11,166 feet on a transparent glass floor. Plan your visit to Big Sky and experience Kirkcliff, redefining what it means to experience Montana's high country.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
The Northern Pulse Growers Association encourages industry professionals and growers of dry peas, chickpeas, lentils, and fava beans to become members in 2024. Members gain access to cutting-edge research, expert training, market insights, and connect with a Pulse-passionate community. Visit northernpulse.com to join the Northern Pulse Growers Association. Together, we're sowing the seeds of success.
At First Interstate Bank, it's about supporting our communities and cheering on our teams. Thank you for letting us be your trusted community bank for more than 50 years. First Interstate Bank, built for you. Member FDIC. 7:30 to go, first half. Bobcats leading the Tommies 27-24. Brian, what are you seeing?
Well, Cats started off on fire offensively. They made 4 of their first 5 threes. Now they're 1 for 6 from behind the arc. Got to find other ways to score. Probably need to get a little bit more touches in the paint. Right now the Tommies lead the battle in the paint by a 10-6 lead, 10-6 margin.
Bobcats inbounding the basketball in their own zone. They get it in despite some pressure. Now Davian Brown can stroll it up the floor with Hayden Tibbetts up in his hip pocket. An injury and some foul trouble does have St. Thomas going a little deeper into their bench, and Hayden Tibbetts is a part of that. Here's Davis spinning into the paint. We got a whistle before the shot. Foul on the floor. That's going on at St. Thomas. That'll go on Ryan Dufault. There's another good example of what you can be when you're the aggressor. Jeremiah Davis went right at his defender. I mean, he was like, this is my space, and I'm taking it.
Yeah, and with Minnesota getting back in there, that's where Jeremiah Davis needs to attack next. Pick that third up and really change the course of this first half.
Brown tried to lob it in and has to call a timeout. He thought he had a man, and now communicating here with Jeremiah Davis after what seems to be a slight miscommunication. Toyota is a proud partner of Bobcat men's basketball. Visit Toyota.com or your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. 27-24, Montana State leads, 7:14 to go first half.
Yeah, it looked like on that inbounds play we got crossed up as to which play we were running. And between Hodges and Davis, one of the two of them had the wrong call because they did not work together to get open and forced Brown to take that timeout. No big thing here. You get one in the first half, you're going to lose it anyway. Wouldn't want to see that in a late game situation, but right here you can survive it.
Still a team that's coming together. You know, we're going to say that every year when we're in early December. A team coming together. It's so hard, especially in basketball right now, to have that continuity from year to year. Brown inbounds it into Hodges. Back to Brown out in the right corner. Goes up to Step. Picks up the dribble, over it, pass over to the right wing. Bounce pass to Hodges. Working along the perimeter, had it poked away from behind. That ball is loose, it's out of bounds, and it's going to St. Thomas. Turnover by the Cats. Only the second turnover by Montana State. St. Thomas has 5 here in the first half with 7:01 to go.
Yeah, turnovers really are the difference. That's what's put the Cats in front. That and a little foul trouble on Minnesota. Montana State's now got to keep this going. This is a half you want to end with the lead. You've had every opportunity. You got to build on it.
After a hot shooting start, both teams a little start and stop on that end of the floor. Minnesota nearly lost it, able to recover it. Works his way with a curl, gets the rack, and finger rolls it in. Minnesota now with 5 points.
Brown great defensively, but when Minnesota backed out, he stayed on him, came tight, gave him a chance to slither by and get in the paint.
Up to Miller at the top, thought about a 3, turns it down, has the dribble, working with a lefty bounce, trying to find some space. Gives to Hodges from the top of the key. Hodges fakes the handoff to Davis, gives it to Miller. 8 to shoot. Miller bent over the bounce on the right wing, 6. Miller to the free throw line, kicks it out. McMahon, his 3. Too strong. Rebound St. Thomas. And here come the Tommies. Janowski throws into the left corner. Tibbetts goes back up to the top. Tough pass, but tracked down near the half-court line by Janowski, the Nebraska transfer. Out to the left wing. Here's a 3. That's short, and the Bobcats have the rebound. Minnesota came up short on the 3 ball. McMahon ahead of steam into the lane. Throws to the left corner. Davis spots up a 3 ball. Too strong off the inside of the iron. St. Thomas the rebound.
All 4 of Davis's shots have come off the back iron here.
Now we got a whistle and a blocking foul. Brown wasn't quite squared up down there. And Davian Brown's going to pick up his first. Yeah, right call.
Yeah, it's the right call. And I tell you, offensively, when you watch Minnesota move without the ball, he does a great job of changing paces, and you think he's just kind of jogging one place to another, and all of a sudden he turns the jets on and gets separation and gets himself open.
St. Thomas looking for the lead here with the ball. Out to Tibbetts on the right wing. Crosses over on McMahon down to the right block. Those into the middle of the lane. Minnesota bobbled it, dives onto the hardwood, knocked out of bounds, and it will be St. Thomas ball with 10 to shoot. Could have gone either way. Still a late shot clock situation as St. Thomas trails by 1, but they have possession. Janowski inbounds, gets it back. Janowski out to the right wing, spins, picks it up, kick out. Right wing 3, that's good. Osterbond gives St. Thomas the lead with his first 3 of the day. It's 29-27 St. Thomas. 5 1/4 to go in the first half.
Yeah, and the Tommies start clapping it up. They're feeling a little momentum here with that quick little 6-0 run.
2.5-minute scoring drought for the Bobcats. Hodges down to the left block, trying to back in, poked away from behind, recovered by Davis at the top. Over to McMahon on the right wing. Hands off for Miller on the right sideline. To McMahon. Slices into the paint, leans in, off-balance shot short, got his putback, no, but draws a foul. Good follow by Pat McMahon, draws the foul, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, good penetration again against this Tommy defense. You got to put your head down and get in the paint. Draw help, kick out, that'll get you your 3s. That's where the Cats had success early in this first half from behind the arc, but you got to be aggressive going to the rim.
First free throw is good by Pat McMahon. Osterbond was the man who picked up the foul. That is his second, so that's 2 starters now with a pair of fouls for St. Thomas. 4:50 remaining first half. Pat McMahon trying to tie this thing at the free throw line. It's up and good. 8 points for Pat McMahon. We're tied at 29. 4:50 to go first half.
Last 4 of the first half going to be big here. See who can capture some momentum going into the break.
Minnesota throws it around to the top. Back out to the left wing. Janowski works his way into the paint, has to kick it back out. Then Janowski gets it back, slices into the paint. At the free throw line, throws out. Coleman, catch and shoot 3, in and out. The Bobcats have the rebound in a tie game. Getting into the middle lane of this ball game with 4:20 left in the first half. Driving a kick, Brown. Weaves down to the mid-post, throws back out, knocked free, and fight for the loose ball, and we got a foul. That's the second now on Davian Brown.
Boy, and that was a missed opportunity right there. On the kickout, Brown had Minnesota coming out of control with the shot fake. Just go draw that contact. Got to have a good awareness of what's going on. Instead, Brown's the one who goes to the bench with his second.
Intermountain Health, formerly known as SCL Health in Big Sky Country, is proud to be an official health partner of Montana State Athletics. St. Thomas with the basketball. They move from left to right. This game is tied at 29 as we approach the 4-minute mark. Held up at the top of the key, now knocked free, and it's taken away. Amonroud with the steal. The Bobcats take it into the front court. McMahon up at the top of the key, throws around to Miller on the right wing. Back to McMahon. Gives it to Mbach. Back to McMahon. Crossing over into the lane, down to the right block, leans in, banks it off the glass. No good, too strong. And St. Thomas has the rebound. The Cats haven't hit a field goal in almost 4 minutes now. Out to the right corner, Coleman again. That one too strong from deep. Mbach has the rebound. The Bobcats move from right to left in a tie game. Miller takes the handoff at the top. Round to Amonroud into the left corner. Davis. Back to Amonroud at the top. Moves right around the screen. Hands off for Pat McMahon, right sideline. Up to Mbach. Hands off for Amonroud. Takes it into the lane. Kick out left corner, Davis. 5 to shoot on the baseline. Out to Amonroud. Thought about a 3. Now to the left corner. Here's Davis. His 3-ball is good at the end of the shot clock. Oh, not a moment to spare. Jeremiah Davis with 5 points.
Yeah, Cats have been 4.5 minutes without a bucket.
And now a layup and a foul on Pat McMahon. Nolan Minnesali sprinting down the floor, able to finish, and he'll go to the line with a chance to tie this game. 2:53 remaining in the first half. Bobcats leading the Tommies 32-31. We are back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
The Gallatin Valley is thriving, and Bozeman is not only a destination for families to live, work, and play, it's also a destination for businesses. The Bozeman Area Chamber of Commerce is a great way to get involved in Bozeman's thriving business community. The Bozeman Chamber Economic Partnership assists existing businesses through expansion, grows new companies in our community, and attracts fresh opportunities for Gallatin County. Bozeman, our community, a jewel among the Northern Rockies. For more information, go to bozemanchamber.com.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive five-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
2:53 to go in the first half. It's 32-31, Bobcats leading. And right now, St. Thomas is going to the free throw line and trying to tie this game up. We do remind you that if you are ready to quit smoking, vaping, or using tobacco, you can use quitnowmontana.com, which is here to help with free personalized tools and support anytime you need it. You can connect with trained coaches, get tips that work, and find out the motivation to keep going. Thousands of Montanans have quit, and you can too. It's free, it's confidential, and it works. Visit quitnowmontana.com today and start your journey to a healthier you. All right, free throw coming up here for St. Thomas to try to tie this game up. And Brian, it's been a good ball game. It's kind of what we expected with the Bobcats getting back to some level competition again.
Yeah, it really has. It's been an up and down. Both teams shooting the ball well. St. Thomas shoots 63%. That's exceptional right now. Nobody's missed a free throw. Turnovers are pretty low. Just a really good, well-played game so far.
And Asali pours in the free throw, and this game is tied up now. And Montana State has the basketball going from right to left. So the Bobcats going from right to left with Jed Miller, who has the dribble. Bounce pass to Amanrud, who moves it around to Pat McMahon. Takes it down to the left block. Back out to Amanrud. Tries to curl down to the left baseline. Gets cut off. Ball moving around the perimeter. Mbach hands off for Miller off a screen. Alley-oop. And Mbach slams it home with two hands and one. And then what? Oh, did they just add another foul to Mbach?
I think they're calling a technical for taunting is my guess.
All right, well, I got the replay up on the monitor. So alley-oop, lays it in. They call the foul there. And one bark. Yes, it was one bark, one word, one yeah in the direction of the defender.
Yeah, and that's where they're trying to rope that in as officials, and it just anything at all that you say that's directed at a player is going to solicit a whistle from the officials.
So the foul on Mbach. That'll be a second now. I did not catch who committed the foul on St. Thomas's side.
I don't know that there was a foul on the alley-oop.
I think there was on 32 because the baseline official initially called that foul, and then they gave it to Mbach. And that free throw is good. Yeah, I mean, it kind of turned and it looked like he said, yeah. Next free throw is good. And that was enough to get the technical. So I guess the rule should just be when you're coaching the guys, you cannot even look at an opposing player.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. But it's definitely an emphasis. Everybody knows about it. It was in the preseason video from the officials, so you knew it's coming. Just felt like right there that was a quick one.
So the free throw to complete the three-point play for Bach is good. So he's got 3 points now, 35-34. Bobcats leading, 2:25 to go in the first half. You also wonder if that's the kind of call they have tight early in the season and it starts to loosen up as the year goes on. Bond throws around to the left corner. Now Janowski working his way into the paint as the Bobcat fans try to come to life a little bit. Layup, no. The Bobcats have the rebound. MSU from right to left with a 1-point lead, minutes remaining first half. Miller bounce pass to Bach. Handoff for Miller. Steps back, tries a three. That's good. Jed Miller, another three ball. His third Wendy's three of the first half. That's got people up and rocking now.
Yeah, and sometimes a technical foul like that gets your home crowd into it. They don't like the call. They want to root their team on, and all of a sudden you got some momentum.
Left corner three the other way is no good. Davis has the rebound, and that's exactly what Logie tried to do after that. He started pumping up the crowd a little bit, and the Bobcat faithful responding. It's a very coachable bunch at the brick. Amin-Rud, his three ball's no good after an open look from the left wing, and St. Thomas has the rebound. 4-point lead for the Bobcats. Step back left wing, thought about a three, fires into the left corner. Out to Hero at the top of the key. Back into the left corner, back to the left wing. Hero on the drive, kicks out from underneath the basket to the right corner. Coleman throws to the left corner this time. Here's a three, and that's good. Osterbond pouring it in from deep after a patient possession from St. Thomas. A 1-point lead for the Cats, 50 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, if you like offense, we got 13 made threes here in the first half. Bunch of lead changes and tie game.
McMahon, a floater from the middle of the lane, kisses it off the glass from the time by Jed Miller. Pat McMahon into double figures again with 10. Bobcats up by 3. 35 seconds left in the first half. Topside three ball, too strong. Long rebound right into the lap of Hero and St. Thomas. Just a tough hop for the Cats. Hero has it on the left wing, looking for some room. Driving a kick. Janowski guarded by Davis, throws to the top. Hero goes over to Janowski, deep right wing three at the end of the shot clock. No, rebound tipped. Oh, and St. Thomas gets it back. 5 seconds left in the half. Shot clock is dark. 3 and then 2 from the left wing. A contested three. No, and the first half comes to a close. Cats gave up 2 offensive rebounds, but did not give up a bucket late. And the Bobcats will head to the halftime break with a lead as Coach Logie continues to work the officials a little bit. At that point, just looked like he was letting off some steam about more than anything else. All right, we'll step aside. Bobcats have a 40-37 lead over the St. Thomas Tommies at halftime. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Kohl's Customer Appreciation Event is here, right in time for the gift exchange. Even though everyone pretends gifting isn't a competition, it kinda is. At Kohl's, save on gifts everyone will fight over. From sweaters and flannels to air fryers, toaster ovens, and more. Because deep down, the gift exchange isn't just about giving. It's also about winning. Shop Kohl's and save on top gifts now. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Offers end December 14th. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Debilitating joint pain can keep you from doing the things you love most. At Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, we take a holistic approach to your orthopedic surgery, combining state-of-the-art orthopedic capabilities with whole health optimization. We'll work with you to identify and address any medical issues prior to your surgery. Our optimized health approach ensures your surgery is just the beginning of a new, pain-free life. Explore more at bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Montana State Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
See every play, every big win, every Cats moment with the clarity you deserve. Advanced Thompson Vision, our team specializes in LASIK and cataract surgery to help restore and improve your vision, because when it comes to cheering for the Bobcats, you don't want to miss a thing. Advanced Thompson Vision is proud to be the official LASIK provider of Montana State Bobcat Athletics. Learn more and book your consultation today at advancedthompsonvision.com. Bobcats leading the way 40-37 against St. Thomas at halftime. And Brian, we saw a lot of offense in this game, a lot of ball movement, and a lot of good energy. This is a Bobcat team that certainly is bringing the juice every night so far.
Without question, and both teams are fun to watch. We knew it was going to be a great game. It really is going to be first to 75 is going to win this thing. It's probably going to be nip and tuck the whole way, and that's where the Cats have to grow. If anything right now at this point in the season, they've got to grow in finishing games the last 2 minutes.
Are you seeing anything in particular that maybe they're struggling with, or they kind of get out of their system in some of those late game situations?
Yeah, I just think it's offensive execution, and execution comes down to familiarity. It comes to reps, playing together, and these injuries kind of mess that up a little bit, right? You get some guys you expect to be out there. Christian King, he's going to be out there. He's not out there. Kevin Holden, he's not out there. So you're going to have different combinations, and that's something you've seen in late game situations. And Pat McMahon and Jed Miller, the two guys, they know what's coming. They know what coach is going to drop. They've seen it. Been there, done that in practice. Been there, done that in games. Other guys got to get up to speed so we can finish games well and find ways to get wins.
Well, it's, the glass half empty point of view is, well, they have not closed games, but the glass half full point of view is they've had a lot of close games, which is pretty rare, when you are trying to build a schedule to get yourself into those late close game situations.
Yeah, Colorado and Stanford, Boise State. You're talking about a bunch of NCAA teams that are perennial over the years, and they've played them, every one of them, tough. But winning is learned. Winning just doesn't happen, and finishing games is a big part of that. I think this team's going to figure it out. It's just, you'd obviously love to see them figure it out sooner or later.
Yeah, no doubt. And, well, it's one of those things where what we're talking about today will be different than what we're talking about down the stretch of the season, and the context of what we're witnessing now will play out based on how they perform as the season progresses. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll get you some more scoring from this one as the Bobcats lead it at the half against St. Thomas, up 40-37. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
The Gallatin Valley is thriving, and Bozeman is not only a destination for families to live, work, and play, it's also a destination for businesses. The Bozeman Area Chamber of Commerce is a great way to get involved in Bozeman's thriving business community. The Bozeman Chamber Economic Partnership assists existing businesses through expansion, grows new companies in our community, and attracts fresh opportunities for Gallatin County. Bozeman, our community, a jewel among the Northern Rockies. For more information, go to bozemanchamber.com.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land-grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
Game day or work day, Montanans count on strength, precision, and reliability. At DoorTech, we bring the same championship mindset to every garage door we install, service, and repair. Rooted in 6 generations of Montana grit and committed to excellence, we're proud to serve the Gallatin Valley and proud to cheer on the Bobcats. DoorTech, rooted in family, committed to excellence, focused on you. Come see us at our new location in Belgrade, 195 High K Street, or visit DoorTechMT.com.
Don't miss Goldsmith Gallery Jewelers' grand opening event going on now in Bozeman. Goldsmith Gallery Jewelers is your destination for extraordinary jewelry and exceptional service. And now you can save up to 40% off store-wide, just in time for Christmas. Shop now and pay later with up to 60-month financing available OAC. While you're shopping, register to win thousands of dollars in designer jewelry giveaways. It's all going on now during Goldsmith Gallery Jewelers' grand opening event in Bozeman, across from Gallatin Valley Mall.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Montana State University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Bobcat basketball is brought to you in part by Kendall Ford of Bozeman, a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great. We are at the half with the Bobcats leading 40-37. Pat McMahon has 10 points. Davian Brown has 11 on the other side, leading the way. Minnesali has 8 points, and Janowski has 8 points. Bobcats shooting 46%, 7 of 16. That's 7 Wendy's three-pointers. The Caps are 7 of 7 from the free throw line. St. Thomas 52% from the field. They are 6 of 15 from the three-point line. 5 of 5 from the free throw line. 6 turnovers for St. Thomas, only 3 for Montana State. The Bobcats are +1 on the glass right now. Nice seesaw affair through the first half. 5 ties, 3 lead changes, and this does feel like another very evenly matched game, and what a great test for the Bobcats today.
Yeah, absolutely. Every time you get these opportunities in non-conference, it just makes you better, and this game is going to make us better. Just love to see us get that confidence in late game situation.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll get you up to date on some other scores in just a moment, but first a timeout. It's the Bobcats leading the Tommies 40-37 at halftime. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Rocky Mountain Credit Union has supported Montana State Athletics for over 40 years and provides a local credit union for past, present, and future Bobcats. You can have it all with RMCU. Low rates, mobile banking, a place to start saving, or work on building your credit. Visit your local branch or online at rmcu.net to become a member today. That's rmcu.net. Go Bobcats.
The power of we believes in you. It advocates for you. It completes your circle. It makes sure you have the strongest circle possible. And with Intermountain Health in yours, you'll always have the care you need to live the healthiest life possible. That's the power of we. Intermountain Health.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up, pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Local is more than where you do business. It's how you serve your customers and communities. And for us, it's why we do what we do. At Stockman Bank, we offer convenient, innovative financial solutions backed by the power of quick, informed local decisions. So you receive the services you need when you need them. We don't just believe in local, we are local. We are Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking. Member FDIC.
We're getting set for the second half between Montana State and St. Thomas. We got about 4.5 minutes before the second half gets going. Bobcats leading 40-37. Let's take a look at some of the scores from around the Big Sky Summit League Challenge on the men's side. And Northern Colorado going to 8-1. They beat Omaha 75-70 today. South Dakota State leading comfortably in Flagstaff. SDSU leading 71-60 against NAU with 75 seconds to go in the ball game. Idaho State leading at Kansas City 61-52 with 2:45 left in that contest. And Portland State leading at South Dakota, trying to put that thing away, up 72-67 with 40 seconds left in the ball game. So tight there, but should be good. North Dakota State leading at the half in Missoula against Montana. NDSU leading that one 34-31. Weber State leading Oral Roberts. Oral Roberts, Bobcats' next opponent. Weber State leading by 20 at halftime. They're 43-23. Idaho leading North Dakota right now at home 41-27. Eastern Washington at Denver leading 43-48 at halftime. On the national scoreboard today, nothing too crazy. Number 25 Arkansas beats number 6 Louisville. Give Louisville their first loss. Arkansas wins 89-80. Number 10 Iowa State put up 132 points against Alcorn State today. Number 12 Alabama beat Clemson 90-84, and Minnesota upset number 22 Indiana 73-64. Minnesota being the only other Division I basketball program in the state of Minnesota besides the St. Thomas team, which just transitioned to D1 in 21-22. So kind of crazy, only 2 D1 programs in the whole state.
Yeah, both are in Minneapolis. So
right.
They're both within about 5 miles of each other.
All right, we're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll be ready to go for the start of the second half. Bobcats leading the Tommies 40-37. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky Country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
At Northwestern Energy, we're committed to helping all of our service areas thrive.
Because these communities are more than just spots on a map, they're our homes too.
From hosting charity events and funding local scholarships
to leading economic development projects, we'll continue to donate our time and resources
to help deliver a bright future for everyone.
For more information, visit northwesternenergy.com/inyourcommunity.
Qdoba Bozeman is a proud partner of the Montana State Bobcats. Make your winning play at Qdoba. Show your spirit with your own salad, quesadilla, bowl, burrito, or nachos, and all your favorite toppings. Score big and add free guac and queso to your entree anytime, any day. Hungry yet? Stop by Qdoba at 855 South 29th Avenue right after the game for the ultimate flavor MVP.
It was a nice spring day, so I decided to do a little work around the house. I didn't think anything of it. I've dug 1,000 holes 1,000 times until I hit a shallow gas line. The repair cost me over $5,000, and in one fell swoop, the family vacation was kaput. I know I'm not the only one, but it still hurts. Next time I'm calling 811 before I dig.
Learn from Jerry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
On the go and want to stay connected to live college sports anywhere in the country? Download the free Varsity Network app, available on Apple and Android. With new features this season, it's easier than ever to listen live and keep up with your favorite teams. Don't miss a moment. Get the Varsity Network app now. All right, before we start the second half, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Montana State Basketball. Keaton Gillogly alongside Brian Priebe as we get set for the second half between Montana State and St. Thomas. The Bobcats leading 40-37. All right, Brian, what do we need to see from the Cats to get a home D1 win in the second half?
Got to keep up offensively. This isn't a game likely to be won on the defensive end. Both teams are too good offensively, so this has got to be shot for shot, tit for tat, and Cats have got to keep on the attack, both in transition and off the bounce.
St. Thomas with the basketball, working offensively, 2 hour left. Trailing by 3, and it's stripped free by Brown. Davis picks up the loose ball. He's in transition, attacking the rack, and tapers off when he didn't have numbers. Around to Miller, wide open 3. Too strong, and the rebound grabbed by St. Thomas, but a good move, good decision.
Yeah, I like the attack in transition by Jed Miller right there.
Up to the top, Minnesali works his way into the lane, working on Miller, turns and came up short. Miller got a piece. I think he's getting credit for a block on that, and the Bobcats go from left to right. Pat McMahon to the right elbow, slices into the paint, leans in through contact, and draws the foul on Minnesali. The shot was no good, but he'll get 2 free throws. Minnesali now, as we mentioned, picking up his 3rd foul. Huge call.
Yeah, and you heard Matt Logie right there. Pat McMahon drives to the elbow, and Coach Logie just tells him with a code word, take him, go to attack him, and Pat McMahon does what he does best, gets to the rim and draws a foul.
First free throw is no good. First miss of the day at the stripe for the Bobcats. Started 7 of 7. And for Minnesota, his arm was just down just a little bit. You jump right into it. You get the correct call. Free throw is, short. Pat McMahon missed them both. Bobcats have been a little up and down at the free throw line for the first month and a half of the season. St. Thomas with the basketball, working offensively to our left. Hero with the dribble, crossing over into the lane, gets down to the right block, leans in, banks it in. What a finish by Austin Hero. That was big league.
Yeah, and the bench all screams, he goes right. And he did. He went right. It's for sure. He got to the rim and got the finish.
Brown curls into the paint, pivoting, keeps his pivot foot after nearly losing his balance. Gets it to Hodges, looking for his first points today. Turns, hooks, off the glass, no good. Kind of a funky angle. St. Thomas moving the other way.
Cats start 0 for 2 from the field, 0 for 2 from the line. No points in the first minute and a half.
Out to the right wing. Minnesota around to the left wing. Up to Hero. Handoff on the right side. Thought about a three. Turned it down. Driving. Janowski lays it good and one. Somebody reached into the cookie jar and got caught. And it is Jed Miller who picks up his first.
That's a 4th and 1 opportunity for St. Thomas today. The Bobcats have got to finish the foul. If you're going to get a guy near the rim, you got to make sure he doesn't put it up and in. 4 and 1s.
Free throw is no good, and the Bobcats get the rebound on a ricochet after Janowski had gotten to 10 points today, the first double-digit score for St. Thomas.
Neither team missed a free throw in the first half, and neither team has made a free throw in the second half.
The aggressive regression to the mean. Pat McMahon out on the right wing. Hands off for Brown. Moves left around to screen, crosses over. 5 to shoot, got to move here into the right corner. 4 to shoot, Pat McMahon with 2. Step back 15-footer, no good. And the rebound grab by St. Thomas. Janowski racing the other way. Brown tips it free and then is called for the foul, and that's the third on Davian Brown.
That was a very 50-50 call right there. Looked like he avoided the contact and stripped the ball from Janikowski.
Oh, yeah, that was a lot of ball. And I didn't see much on the hands or the body.
Yeah, I thought he got out of the way. He kind of just pulled the chair out from under him.
Yep.
Tipped the ball as he was trying to go the other way, but the whistle goes against him.
Tough break. Hero has it out on the right wing for St. Thomas. Fires into the post. Minnesota makes the catch and lays it in. 10 points now for Nolan at Minnesota, who's banged up with foul trouble in that first half.
Yeah, 6-0 run by the Tommies coming out of halftime.
Davis lobs into Hodges. He's still looking for his first points today. Picked up down on the right block, back it in, posting up, draws a double. Needs to get rid of it and does to avoid that lane violation. Out to Pat McMahon, into the lane, goes to the rack, lays it up, got it to go through contact. Pat McMahon, a tough finish. He's got a dozen tonight.
He is so good when he gets around the rim, drawing contact and then finishing with either hand, really.
Janowski gets free and lays it in. That was easy. He's got 12. But good to see, as you mentioned, Pat McMahon kind of using some different moves. Last year it felt like he kind of got stuck in a similar move and kind of was repetitive in what he was doing to try to score the ball. Amonrud trying to turn the corner, gets into the lane, stops, turns, hooks, good. Hit nothing but net. Seth Amonrud out of Bozeman puts it home.
Yeah, and it may be his first Division I game, but he's got 2 years of college basketball under his belt. He's an experienced player.
Played at Dawson Community College. Over to the left corner. Here's the three. Minnesota no good off the three ball. Pat McMahon wins a contested rebound. Throws ahead to Jed Miller along the left sideline. He's open. Transition. Left wing three. Book it. They're going to review it to make sure his toe was not on the line. Might have been. They called it 3 on the board. Might end up turning back down to a 2.
Yeah, my eyes said that was a 2. Looked like his foot was on the line, but we're a long way away. That official's a whole lot closer.
47-45 for now. Bobcats in front, 15:50 to go in the ball game. Hero up to the top. Has the dribble. Working on the right wing. Hero over to the right sideline. Now tries to weave inside. Got caught up. And we got a whistle. And they're calling a foul on Jeremiah Davis. And that was a tough call. That looked like it was a lot of ball. No, don't point it. Don't point. Don't point. Don't point. He just pointed up to the monitor, to the scoreboard. That is an automatic technical, and they just gave him some leeway there. You cannot point up to the video board. That is usually automatic, and Jeremiah Davis just got away with one. Let's take a break. 15:34 to go in the ball game. Montana State leading 47-45 against St. Thomas. They are reviewing a 3-ball from a moment ago. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Qdoba Bozeman is a proud partner of the Montana State Bobcats. Make your winning play at Qdoba. Show your spirit with your own salad, quesadilla, bowl, burrito, or nachos, and all your favorite toppings. Score big and add free guac and queso to your entree anytime, any day. Hungry yet? Stop by Qdoba at 855 South 29th Avenue right after the game for the ultimate flavor MVP.
There is a local ranch just outside of Boise, Idaho, that has masterfully bred Japanese Wagyu cattle with American Angus cattle. Now this American-style Wagyu beef is available to you and your family. Rosars presents Snake River American-style Wagyu beef. Snake River Farms beef is famously found in many exclusive 5-star steak restaurants. Snake River Farms, available at your local neighborhood Rosars.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins Lumber believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins Lumber, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
Hey, Bobcat fans, your support through the Bobcat Collective powers NIL opportunities for our Bobcat student athletes, helping them thrive on and off the field. Join today and make a real impact. 15:34 to go in the game. Bobcats leading 47-45 over St. Thomas. They did review Jed Miller's Wendy's 3-ball from a moment ago, and they concluded that the 3 is good. Kind of looked live like he had his foot on the line, but Bobcats get the call there. Jeremiah Davis picked up a foul before that last timeout, so the Tommies are at the free throw line, and Austin Hero pours in the first of 2.
Lots of action around here, man. There is no time to catch your breath in this one.
Hero knocks down the second. He's got 6 points. He averages 5 a game. Has been starting lately. He's been a little bit banged up. Bobcats inbound the basketball in a tie game, 47 all. It's our 6th tie. We've had 5 lead changes. Third Division I matchup between these two programs all time. St. Thomas went from D3 to D1 in the 21-22 season. Into the corner. Davis working the perimeter. Now down to the right corner. Here's Ammanrud. His 3 is good. Good find by Jeremiah Davis, who felt like he had a call go against him earlier, keeping his head in the game, and Seth Ammanrud makes it count with a Wendy's 3-ball from the right corner. Cats up by 3, breaking a tie. Driving a kick to the left corner. St. Thomas works offensively. Janowski working on a pestering Jeremiah Davis. Jump pass over to the right corner. Catch and shoot 3. That's no good. Offensive rebound. Thomas goes back to work. Coleman out to the top. Janowski gives to Dufault. He played in the last meeting between these two teams. And now Dufault tied up. Ammanrud came in and wrapped him up. What a spark Seth Ammanrud has brought to the floor in his Bobcat debut tonight.
Again, even though his first game, it's that veteran presence. He's got 60 college games under his belt. He has comfort in the system. As soon as he gets his conditioning up, it'll continue to improve his flow.
He was an All-American at Dawson Community College. He is plus 50% from the field, plus 40% from 3. That's up in Glendive. Dawson Community College also always comes here to the Brick, part of that spring rodeo team. They send their rodeo team here for that. Montana State with the basketball. They lead by 3, 14-20 to go. And McMahon lays it up and in and 1. What a finish. Pat McMahon cradling that basketball like it's a football and able to finish off the window, and he'll go to the line to try to complete the 3-point play. 14 points for Pat McMahon.
Cats have got their 3rd traditional and 1 in the game, so 7 and 1s in this ball game. That's a rarity anymore, but Pat McMahon, beautiful little finish, put a little English spin off the glass, got it to go.
But good to see Pat McMahon playing aggressive, playing confident, playing strong, playing off both feet. Free throw by McMahon is good. Playing with a lot of kind of versatility and different moves, different things out of his toolbox. He's so athletic, he's so talented, but last year it did feel like he just kind of had one move and that was all he was doing.
Yeah, combine that with years of injuries, but this team's probably going as far as Pat McMahon is part of taking them. He can be a difference maker.
Left corner three, that's no good. Offensive rebound, Dufault came in and won that one. And now bad pass, and Howie Keene picks it off. He throws ahead. Amon-Root into the lane. Goes up, blocked, out of bounds. Staying with Montana State, but good job by Howie Keene, who had just checked in to steal that one away.
Yeah, young guys getting some minutes, making a contribution. It's what you need when you've got a couple guys hurt. You got to have everybody come in and give their best, give something. You may play 3 minutes, you may play 30 minutes, but you got to help.
Cats up by 6. Here's McMahon with 14 minutes to go in the ballgame. Keene, left corner, open three, in and out. Jaden Stepp wins the rebound. Kick out to Keene. The Bobcats reset. Around to Stepp at the top. He weaves into the lane. Now throws it back out to McMahon. Pumps the three. Works the right baseline. 10 to shoot. McMahon posting up. Backing in. Spins left shoulder. Lays it. Good and one. Pat McMahon, a man amongst boys, finishing off again, and he'll go to the line trying to complete the three-point play.
And you just see the senior coming out, and Pat McMahon right there as he just makes play after play after play. Go back to the Utah State game, one-man wrecking crew for the vast majority of the first half.
It was a career high, 26.
Like, that's what happens when you get seniors, and that's going to be the challenge in the portal era. You're just not going to see guys that stay somewhere for 4 years and develop into that leader and that go-to rock.
Well, what a treat for Bobcat fans. They have not one but two guys, and Pat McMahon, his fifth and final year, and Jed Miller, his fourth and final year, guys who have spent their entire careers here. As McMahon completes the three-point play, he's got 18 points, eyeing another 20-point ball game. But yeah, Pat McMahon and a Jed Miller, what a treat for Cats fans.
Absolutely, it's something you got to enjoy because you just aren't going to see it. The Cats have pushed this lead out to 9 with a quick 9-0 run.
56-47, Bobcats leading, 13:25 to go in the second half. MSU on a 9-0 run here. It's been kind of quiet, but they've started to take a little air out of this thing. Bounce pass down to the right baseline. Kick back out to the right wing. Deep three. That's good. Whoa. Janowski knocking it down from deep.
Yeah, Jeremiah Davis got caught in between right there, trying to help on the post a little bit. Janowski just backed up, made that a 30-foot three, and couldn't recover.
Amon-Root for three. That's no good off the Miller pass. St. Thomas has the rebound down by 6. Driving a kick to the left corner. Here's a three. That's no good from Franks, and the Bobcats have the rebound. MSU into the front court. Davis trying to push the tempo. Gets down underneath and had it knocked out of bounds, and it's staying with Montana State. The Bozeman Come On In Hotel and Suites is a proud sponsor of Montana State Athletics and the Montana State Alumni Association. The Come On In allows you to escape the ordinary while enjoying their numerous hotel and guest room amenities. Visit ComeOnIn.com to book your stay today. Cats inbounding on the baseline, up by 6, 12:41 left in the contest. Miller, right wing three off a screen. No good, little strong. St. Thomas the rebound. Osterbaum hands it off on the right wing. Minasali try to find some space. Throws out to the left corner. Tipped out of bounds, and it's going the other way. Amon-Root kind of pulled the chair out from underneath Minasali, and that forced the bad pass. Bobcats force another turnover, the 10th of the day for St. Thomas.
Yeah, Bobcat defense has picked it up. They've only given up one made field goal in the last 5 minutes. Built a little bit of a lead here now. There's that fine line between being really aggressive offensively and just shooting quick. And last couple of possessions has just been quick shots. Like to see the Cats come down, run a little offense, force the Tommies to guard, and then get something going to the rim.
Bobcats inbound to the backcourt. Pat McMahon leading the way with 18 points. Jed Miller has 12, and Davian Brown, who has the ball right now, has 11. Gives to Stepp on the left wing. Throws down to Botch. Mid post. Back to the basket. Spins, leans in, banks it, no, but draws the foul. Boy, what a step. I thought he was way too far out, but he got really close to the rim off that spin move. And we'll head to the line for 2 free throws after the foul by Carter Bayerke.
Yeah, I think it helps when you have a 14-foot wingspan like Mbach does. The guy is just never-ending arms. It's incredible. But you're right. He was a good 3 feet away from the block when he planted and took off, and still found a way to get his hand almost to the rim for that layup attempt.
First free throw is good for Bach. Came in having played just 7 games in his time at Florida State before transferring over here. Had 4 career points before joining the Bobcats. He's got 4 points today. That free throw's no good. Splits the pair. St. Thomas the rebound. Bobcats up by 7. 12:05 to go in the game. This is the largest lead of the day for Montana State. Hero moves it over to the right wing. Gets it back, throws into the right corner. Janowski facing up. Curls into the paint, steps through. Circus shot, falls. Boy, his back was to the basket. Just kind of hooked it up and found a way to get it to fall. That's 17 points for Nick Janowski. Now a drive down to the left baseline. Brown backing in, spins, right shoulder, lays it up short. And the rebound grabbed by St. Thomas. Then it's knocked free, loose, and picked back up by the Tommies again. Around to the right corner, catch and shoot 3, and Janowski's hot, knocking it down from the right corner. 20 points for Nick Janowski, the Nebraska transfer.
Yeah, 5 quick ones right there for him. Cuts his Bobcat lead to a single bucket. Coach Logie wanted a foul, so Davian Brown would have had 2 free throws. No call.
Step open, left wing 3. Front iron, no. Rebound tipped 1 by St. Thomas. Jeremiah Davis getting checked out right now by the trainer as well. And he's coming back to the bench. Hopefully he's all right. Into the lane, driving a layup. That is no good. Hayden Tibbetts was trying to put it home. The foul goes on Seth Almenrud. His first. Free throws coming for St. Thomas with a chance to tie the game when we come back. 10:55 left in the second half. Bobcats leading the Tommies 57-55. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Debilitating joint pain can keep you from doing the things you love most. At Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, we take a holistic approach to your orthopedic surgery, combining state-of-the-art orthopedic capabilities with whole health optimization. We'll work with you to identify and address any medical issues prior to your surgery. Our optimized health approach ensures your surgery is just the beginning of a new, pain-free life. Explore more at bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
With friendly customer service and an outstanding location near Montana State University and the base of the Bridger Mountain Range, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson is the perfect place to begin your Bozeman adventure. Country Inn & Suites offers a hot and delicious Be Our Guest breakfast buffet each morning. Free Wi-Fi is available throughout the property, and we have a business center and meeting rooms. Our indoor pool and hot tub is a great way to relax after a day of fun, and the on-site fitness center will keep your workout goals on track. We have spacious king and double queen suites with a full-size sleeper sofa available, and every room in Country Inn & Suites is smoke-free. Reserve your room today.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
Not only is dairy delicious, but it also promotes health as well. Just 3 servings of dairy a day improves overall wellness and may reduce the risk of developing some chronic diseases. It's a quick, convenient, and economic way to make sure you're staying strong and healthy on and off the field. All right, our own little personal 7th inning stretch. Get up, loosen it up a little bit because we got a nice finish in front of us. 10:55 to go in the ball game. Bobcats leading 57-55 against the Tommies as we broadcast from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Tommy's going to the line to try to tie this game with 2 free throws coming up, and a bit of a different look here in the second half overall so far, Brian.
Yeah, both teams, again, just continue to streak up and down the floor, but the shooting has cooled a bit here in the second half. Bobcats only shooting 40%. Tommy's shooting 33 from 3 after having a pretty electric first half from behind the arc.
First free throw is no good from Hayden Tibbetts. Jeremiah Davis is back in there after looked like he ran through quick battery of tests for his feet and ankle, but seems like he's all right. Second free throw is good for Tibbetts. That's his first free throw make of the year. The Bobcats lead by 1, 57-56, 10:50 to go in the ball game. The Bobcats score their first home D1 win. It's only their second chance. Pat McMahon out on the left wing. works his way down to the left baseline. Those out to Brown. He tries a quick three. That's no good. Hodges wins the rebound. What an effort by Chris Hodges swimming through Osterbahn.
Yeah, a little more athleticism by the Cats on the front line have produced some offensive rebounds, some second chance opportunities. It's been a difference maker with the 2 transfers from Wisconsin and Florida State.
That's what you're hoping to see as Almenrud catches the inbounds pass, misses the right corner 3. Jeremiah Davis skies for the offensive rebound. Out to McMahon, wide open 3. That's no good off the front iron, and St. Thomas has the rebound. Crossing over, Janowski going to the rack. Righty layup is good. Boy, he just went right at his man. And what do we got? One of the Tommies a little banged up there. He was checking his eye. It was an official's timeout. The Bobcats will inbound.
Yeah, I'm not sure he didn't go head-to-head with a Bobcat and take the worst of it. There is some of that action on those offensive rebounds.
Bobcats have the ball. They are trailing now 58-57 and an 11-1 run for St. Thomas. The Bobcats now 1 of their last 10 from the field. McMahon at the top of the key. Moves right, turns to the right elbow, crosses over into the lane, gets down to the left block, pivoting, and gets rid of it out to the top of the Cats reset with 10 to shoot at the 10-minute mark of the second half. Hodges, we got a whistle and a foul on St. Thomas. Ryan Dufault coming off the screen picks up his second foul. So Bobcats will inbound. 6th team foul on St. Thomas.
Yeah, I thought that was going on Jeremiah Davis for moving screen, but they got Dufault for running into the screen, I guess.
Cats have the ball, down by 1. Got to get this offense going. It's gotten a little chunky here in the second half. Miller, bounce pass out on the left wing to Davis. Crosses over, still beyond the arc. Gives to Hodges. Tough pass stolen away, going in transition the other way, and an easy lay-in from Osterbahn. That's a bad turnover by the Bobcats.
Yeah, and the Tommies' defense is stellar. They get out and pressure the ball. You've got to be able to beat them off the bounce, and Jeremiah Davis, instead of just going, tries to do something else and leads to 2 the other way.
McMahon on the drive, draws the foul on the floor. Got Coleman's hands into his arms and into his orbit. First foul on Jermaine Coleman. Botchkin.
Be free throws for Pat McMahon. 17th foul on the Tommies. So for effectively what is the fourth quarter, the Cats will be shooting a lot of free throws.
A good job by McMahon. You know, when you're starting to see him too, when you can tell he's got the advantage on the defender, and he's able to start to use that to his advantage, draw that foul. The front end of a 1-and-1 is good. 19 points for McMahon. But that's that confidence. You know, when you'll hear us say he's playing with confidence, he's playing aggressive. When you get that advantage in that one-on-one opportunity and you really lean into it, that's the confidence. The free throw is good. 20 points for Pat McMahon today.
And again, that comes down to being a fifth-year senior. Guy's been there, done that. He's not afraid of the moment. Tight game, big situation, going to make a play.
And this is his team now. It's his and Jed Miller's team now. The graduations of Leckalot, Patterson, and others. Down to the right block. Default kicks it out. Coleman, his 3. That's no good. Bobcats have the rebound, down by 1. Brown pestered near the half-court line. And a foul. It's going on St. Thomas. Coach Loki's getting hot.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Davis getting back up as the foul is called again on Coleman.
Everybody's looking for fouls everywhere. Ultimately, at the end of the day, it's going to lead to Jeremiah Davis getting a one-on-one opportunity right here as Montana State looks to regain the lead.
It's getting testy. Easy call. And the aggressive defense just got a little too aggressive.
Yeah, it could have been a foul when Davian Brown had the ball. There was a lot of opportunities for whistles, but they got one, so it's all good.
The front end of the 1-and-1 is good, and that ties the game. 6 points for Jeremiah Davis. I do get worried. This place gets so quiet, they might hear me out on the floor. I don't want to be that guy.
Nah, voices carry when it gets quiet in this big old brick.
Got to broadcast like a tennis broadcaster. Jeremiah Davis puts it up and in. Jeremiah Davis knocks it down. He's got 7 points. The Bobcats retake the lead thanks to the 2 free throws from Davis. Cats up 61-60 with 8:50 to go in the game.
And they haven't made a field goal in 5 minutes, but they've hung on to this lead. As soon as that offense can click back into high gear, they can start to expand it.
Working the baseline, down to the left block, floater is up and good. Minnesali used a little shrug and a shove to get some space and able to float it home. He's got a dozen.
Yeah, he was looking for a whistle and an and one again.
Could have called an offensive foul too with his little chicken wing there. Bobcats have the ball. Big man down to the right baseline. Back to the basket on the right block. Works his way into the paint. Leans in. Floats it up. No good. Fight for the rebound. Loose on the floor. And at long last, they're going to call a foul on Pat McMahon, his second. You were hoping for a travel there, huh?
Yeah, I thought I would have called travel there. I think they're both playing on a loose ball possession. Not sure there was really a possession there to call a foul. Obviously, the official disagreed.
Tough game to officiate today, too. Just both teams are very, very aggressive right at each other.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
62-61. Tommy's on top. 8:05 to go in the ball game. Hero on the drive. Kicks it back out. Janowski now slicing inside. Throws to the right corner. Here's a three. That's no good from Osterbahn. And the Bobcats grab the rebound. Jed Miller comes away with it with the Cats down by 1. 7:50 left in the game. Mbach gives to Miller. Works to the wing on the left side. Cross-court pass to the right wing. Here's Davis driving a kick. McMahon puts a three up. No good. Rebound tipped. Brown saves it over the baseline as he throws it off with Tommy. Then Brown goes down hard as he stumbled over one of the camera operators. He hit Janowski just below the belt, and Brown working his way up. And we're going to take a break. A lot of collateral damage there. Great hustle on both sides. Brown back up. I think everybody's going to be okay, but that one could end up on SportsCenter, not top 10. We're taking a break for the first Interstate Bank broadcast position. 7:35 to go in the game. Tommy's leading the Cats 62-61, but it is Bobcat basketball after this timeout thanks to the hustle from Brown. You're listening to Bobcat basketball presented by Learfield.
It was a nice spring day, so I decided to do a little work around the house. I didn't think anything of it. I've dug 1,000 holes 1,000 times until I hit a shallow gas line. The repair cost me over $5,000, and in one fell swoop, the family vacation was kaput. I know I'm not the only one, but it still hurts. Next time I'm calling 811 before I dig.
Learn from Jerry and hundreds of others. Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Montana811.org.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
Interwest Moving and Storage is the official moving company of the MSU Bobcats. We're at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 7:35 to go in the ball game. Tommy's leading the Bobcats 62-61, but the Bobcats have the ball coming out of this break thanks to some great hustle from Davian Brown. Brian, what are you seeing on the stat sheet?
Bobcats are staying in it at the free throw line. Right now, the offense isn't clicking. They have not scored a field goal in 6 minutes exactly. Everything has been at the stripe. So the aggressiveness coming down lane has been helpful. Pat McMahon's been huge there, but the offense has got to click here over these last 7.5 minutes.
Jed Miller will inbound to the Bobcat offensive side. Looking and surveying, and lobs it in. Pat McMahon makes a contested catch out near the half-court line. McMahon gives to Miller on the right wing. Has the dribble. Throws over to McMahon. Down to the mid-post right side. Spins. Banks. Good. What a spin move by Pat McMahon. He's got 22.
The help defender there wanted to come over and double, but the move was so quick, he didn't even see it.
Ooh, quick pass underneath, and Osterbahn, an easy lay-in. He got lost.
Yeah, McMahon and Davis didn't communicate on the switch. Davis was late recognizing it, too easy.
Tommy's back in front, 64-63, trading back baskets. Miller, left wing three, no good. And the rebound grab by St. Thomas. Out of the right wing. Minasali skips it out to the left wing. Now into the left corner. Pump fake on the three. Drive and a kick, and it's picked off. Jeremiah Davis intercepts the pass, and Montana State goes from left to right, down by one. Davis runs into traffic, lost it, picks it back up on the floor. Jump pass out to McMahon, pumps the three. Now has the dribble, posting in the mid-post, and lost it. Good defense by Janowski, pulled the chair out from underneath him. Now a 2-on-1, knocked away by Jed Miller. How about that? Long pass ahead. McMahon makes the catch down to the baseline. Out to Brown, steps to his left, triggers an open three. No! And St. Thomas has the rebound.
Boy, and Jed Miller's steal was huge. That was a 2-on-1 turning into a 3-on-1, maybe 4-on-1. He comes away with it, but the Cats can't convert on the other end.
And then he had that long pass, too. St. Thomas has the ball to our left with a 1-point lead. Janowski, nearly lost it with the active hands for Miller. Now out to the right wing. That three is good. Osterbahn pours it home. And a timeout. Man, oh man, St. Thomas knocking down some big-time long-range buckets. We're going to step aside from the first Interstate Bank broadcast position. 5:49 to go in the ball game. St. Thomas takes a 67-63 lead over Montana State. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
The brand is one of the most recognized in healthcare. The fact that we've been in Montana for over 80 years shows our strength. I'm Lisa Kelly, president of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana. I'm proud that we have the local presence, and yet we're also very fortunate to leverage the size of our larger organization, including innovative products and services at the larger national level, and be able to bring that to Montana for all of our members in the future.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
Looking for the perfect place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Bobcat win? Come on down to Ribbon Chop House. We have locations in Bozeman, Billings, Butte, Great Falls, and Livingston, where premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs meet unmatched hospitality. Starting January 6th, join us on Tuesday nights at 6:30 in Bozeman for great food and fanfare with the Cat Chat Coaches Show. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching with friends, do it with flavor. Ribbon Chop House, proud partner of Montana State. Go Cats!
Northern States Fishing Tools, a proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats, has been serving the eastern Montana and western North Dakota oil fields since 1978. We are here to provide you with the best tools and services, all at competitive prices. Northern States Fishing Tools services the Williston Basin with fishing and rental tools, along with downhole tools that include packers, plugs, and through tubing equipment. We have the expert knowledge to give you satisfying results based on your specific needs. Go Bobcats!
Join Champs New Kids Club, presented by Billings Clinic Bozeman. Your $50 membership fee gets game tickets, Bobcat gear, and more. Sign up today at msubobcats.com/Champs Kids Club. We're at the first Interstate Bank broadcast position. 5:49 to go in the ball game. Montana State trailing St. Thomas 67-63. And, Brian, the Bobcats are missing two guys who play starter minutes in Christian King and Kevin Holden. How you seeing that impacting the Bobcats today?
Yeah, you see guys getting more minutes than they're used to, and it looks to me like they're getting a little bit tired, a little fatigued. It shows in the shot selection and shot make miss, and Cats have made one for their last 12. St. Thomas has made 7 of the last 9, and it's only a 4-point deficit. It feels like could be more if the Cats offense doesn't click.
One guy who hasn't quite gotten going yet is Chris Hodges. Only one field goal attempt. You wonder if he's the kind of guy that could get going a little bit for the Bobcats. He's only played 16 minutes so far today.
Yeah, your front line combines 1 for 2 on the night.
It's not like St. Thomas is running out a ton of huge size. Bobcats have the ball to our right, down by 4, 5:35 left. Hodges out of the right elbow, hands off for McMahon, trying to turn the corner. Those up to the top for Miller with the lefty dribble to the pulls up at the elbow, and the jumper is good. Ooh, Jed Miller, little touch, nice shot.
Talk about senior confidence. That's saying my team needs a bucket. I'm going to get to a spot where I know I can make my shot, and I'm going to knock it in.
Jed Miller's got 14 on 5 of 9 shooting. Bobcats to within 2. Tommy's with the ball. Janowski, deep 3. That one rims around. No, bounces over the backboard, not a bounds. It'll be Bobcat basketball. That one felt like a heat check.
Yeah, it's a bad shot right there. Cats will take that. Priebe gives them a free possession here now. Montana State got to convert, get a little back-to-back action, start to switch that momentum back your way.
Bobcats 2 of 13 from the field on their last 13 shots. Brown bounces to Pat McMahon, who's had a monster day at 22 points, backing in, throws out to Almenrud. He's open for 3. Yes! Seth Almenrud pumps his fist, backpedaling down the floor after knocking down the Wendy's 3 ball, and the Bobcats are back in front by 1.
That looked like an old Steve Kerr getting the ball kicked out from Pippen or from Jordan. He was in the right spot and made him pay.
Now you're singing this Chicagoans tunes now. Out on the left wing, pump fake, drive and a kick to the left corner. Janowski works the left baseline, throws out to the top. Here's a 3 ball. Tibbetts too strong. Fight for the rebound, won by Montana State. Almenrud tipped it to Hodges. Almenrud has it now on the right wing. Gives up to Miller at the top of the key. Turns around a screen going right. Gets down to the right block. Throws out to the left corner for Brown. He weaves into the paint. Pulls up floater. Rimming. Ooh, no. And a foul on St. Thomas. Hodges aggressively pursuing the rebound. Able to draw the foul. And that'll put him at the line.
Kind of unfortunate the foul was called because Davian Brown had the clean rebound, easy layup. 2 points were guaranteed.
Yerke picks up his 3rd. Hodges will go to the line looking for his first points of the day. Are you on the go and want to stay connected to live college sports anywhere in the country? Download the free Varsity Network app available on Apple and Android with new features this season. It's easier than ever to listen live and keep up with your favorite teams. Don't miss a moment. Get the Varsity Network app now. So Hodges going to the stripe. Front end of the 1-and-1 is good. First point for Chris Hodges today.
Boy, Cats come out of that media timeout at the 6-minute mark, 5:30 something to go, and they immediately go 6-0.
Free throw's no good. Long rebound tracked down by St. Thomas. The Bobcats have a 2-point lead after they had that 2 for 13 stretch from the field. Drive and a kick, working that baseline. Don't back out to the left wing. And a hand check foul. Almenrud picking up the foul, his 2nd. It's the 6th team foul on Montana State. So St. Thomas will inbound when we come back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 3:50 to go in the ball game. Montana State leading 69-67 against St. Thomas. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee-owned and serves southwest Montana with 9 locations. Visit your local Town & Country Foods today. Go Cats!
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who'll pump it up, pump it up.
If you want variety, great prices, and sales, stop by your local Town Pump. Coors and Miller 18-pack cans and bottles, $18.99. Pump It Up members save an additional $2, only $16.99. Town Pump, convenient and right down the road.
Town Pump, right down the road. Pump it up, oh yeah.
For the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, the Bobcats are leading 69-67. 3:50 to go in the ball game. And Brian, the Bobcats are in another tight late game situation. How are they going to get this thing done tonight?
Well, they're going to have to keep the offense rolling. These last couple of minutes have been the key. A little 6-0 run. And the defense has stepped up in that same stretch, but that's got to be the thing that we look at here. Their defense has been good enough to win games. They could be, frankly, undefeated right now if their offense had finished well in the last couple minutes.
Got the attendance, 2,543. Nice crowd. It's about what we're looking for this time of year. St. Thomas will inbound, down by 2, working in their own offensive zone. Into Janowski. He works out of the left wing, picked up by Hodges. Janowski crossing over on Hodges, stays in front of him, gets into the lane, and Janowski has to get rid of it. Good job by Hodges in a mismatch, and not in his favor. Hero out on the right wing now. 4 to shoot. Hero working on McMahon. Had his pocket picked by Ammanrud. Bobcats ahead from left to right. Ammanrud transition 3. Oh, yeah! Welcome to the Bobcat Blue and Gold. The Bozeman native Seth Ammanrud making his impact felt in his first Bobcat performance. Out to the right wing. St. Thomas working on it offensively. Working into the paint. And Asali hands it off. Hero makes the catch and lays it in for a silencer. But Ammanrud in his Bobcat debut, 13 points. He scored 21 a game at Dawson Community College last year.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing, and
And a foul. Osterbahn reaching around, just picked up his 4th foul, trying to knock that thing away, and it'll send the Bobcats to the line for free throws.
Yeah, that's a freebie right there. That's a free possession for Montana State, and Pat McMahon going to make a pay. But Seth Ammanrud, not on the scouting report, not a guy that Tommy spent a lot of time on, but a guy who's got experience, knows what he's doing, and is finding a way to really help his team. If he goes and averages 13 a game this rest of the way, Cats are going to feel pretty good about it.
First free throw for Pat McMahon is good. He's at 23 points, coming off that career-high 26-point performance against Utah State on Saturday after Thanksgiving. McMahon again. Nope. Came up off the front of the iron. Bobcats are 16 of 21 from the free throw line today. Into the right corner, quick trigger 3. That's no good. Bobcats grab the rebound, leading by 4 with 2:41 left.
Yeah, that missed free throw, too, didn't hurt them, but Bobcats wanted to go offense-defense on substitutions, weren't able to do it.
Out to the right wing, McMahon draws a double, kicks it out. Ammanrud pump fake, steps to his left, lets it fly. Bang! Seth Ammanrud announcing his presence with authority. He's got 16 in his D1 debut. St. Thomas with it out on the left wing. Here's a 3. That's no good. Long rebound, and Hero comes out with it. St. Thomas going back to work, down by 7. Driving, Hero lost it and fouled. Bunch of Bobcats will reach into the cookie jar, and it is Jed Miller who gets caught for his 2nd foul.
Winning time now. Cats up 7. Give up a couple free throws, but a couple more offensive possessions where they execute and get a good look, and they're going to find themselves on the right side. They hit 76, so they broke the 75-point barrier first. We'll see if that prediction holds true.
First free throw is good for Austin Hero. The shot called by Brian was the who first to 75 will win this game. Seth Ammanrud helping the Cats toward that. He's got 4 Wendy 3 balls in his Cat debut. 4 of 8 from the three-point line. He's an outstanding three-point shooter. Next free throw is good.
Well, and you just loved his poise on that last one. They've seen him make 3, so they ran hard at him, and he just very calmly took his time, little shot fake, one bounce to his left, and knocked it in.
Bobcats facing tough full-court pressure. Pat McMahon goes down, and the Bobcats just barely broke the 10 count, and I mean by an eyelash. That was after Pat McMahon fell.
Wouldn't want to see that one on the instant replay right there. I'm not sure they did get across.
McMahon on the right wing, 6 to shoot, gets into the lane, and he got the chair pulled out from underneath him. He turns it over. St. Thomas goes the other way. Dufault bobbles the pass down underneath and has to kick it out. Into the lane, leaning in, righty layup, no, and a late foul call. Body contact, but Asali draws the foul. Jed Miller picks up his 3rd. Miller went pretty straight up.
That's verticality right there.
Yeah, Minnesali jumped around him and then kind of reached that left leg out and kicked Miller, who was going straight up.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Free throw's no good.
Ball never lies.
5-point lead for the Cats, 1:26 left. Well, you think this coaching staff wants this thing today?
Yeah, these guys want this bad. This crowd wants this bad. Cats putting in the effort.
Free throws no good. The Bobcats have the rebound and a 5-point lead. 1:22 remaining. Almenrud into the front court. And a timeout called by Montana State. 1:19 to go. What a ball game. Pat McMahon, 23 points. Almenrud in his D1 debut, 16 points tonight. Remember, he was 9th in the nation at the community college level, knocking down 47% of his three-point shots. And today he comes in and hits 4 of 8. 14 points from Jed Miller, who's also got 3 assists. Davian Brown with 11 points today to round out the double-figure scores for the Bobcats.
Yeah, the Cats have had a nice, even distribution. Great contributions coming off the bench, especially from Seth Almenrud. And the guys that you know got to do it every night are doing it. Brown, McMahon, Miller showing up in a big way. Cats are right on the verge of getting where they want to be. And you just sense something different tonight. I don't know if it's being at home. That's probably a little bit of it. But maybe it's just the inspiration of having a guy come in, hadn't played all year, making a difference. And you can see that the team's responding.
You know, going into that Utah State game, Logie was talking a lot about, trying to be the aggressor, bully the bully. They were preaching Utah State as a bully. So what do you do with the bully? Hit him first. Don't stop hitting until you get pulled off. And you're kind of seeing that carry over into this game today.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And I feel like both teams have brought their A game today. It's been a slugfest. Cats got to finish this with the offense. I would guess St. Thomas is going to let them play out this possession. 23 on the clock will get you right around the 1-minute mark. Cats score here, push it to 3 possessions. You've got to feel good about where they can be after that.
Boy, amazing what you can accomplish when you're playing hard and you have that want to. And the Bobcats certainly have that this year. Now let's see if they can convert that into a W. 1:18 to go in the ball game. Cats up 76-71, so 2-possession lead. Miller has the handles. Bounce pass to Hodges, back to Miller, tries to turn the corner, and hand check foul, and that'll put Miller to the line. Default's looking around like, what did I do? Well, the answer is he had his hands right on Miller. You got to put your hands out and use your chest. That's a textbook call.
Yeah, easy call right there. No problem with that. Puts Miller on the line for a pair, which is important. Now you've crossed the double bonus line at this point. And Jed Miller, the senior, stepping up to make a difference.
First free throw is good for Jed Miller, who entered the season at a career mark of 88% from the free throw line. Of course, hit those huge free throws in the semifinals of the 2024 Big Sky Tournament, which certainly burned in his career memory. The next free throw slices through the silence and swirls through the rim and net. 16 points for Jed Miller. Davis on, Brown off. 7-point lead for the Cats, 68 seconds left. Crowd coming to their feet. Logie pumping them up. Payne shouting out instructions for the Bobcat defense. St. Thomas into the front court. Minnesali on the drive, lays it up and draws the foul. Missed the shot. And Jeremiah Davis draws the foul. Just went right at him trying to draw the foul.
Yeah, I don't understand why Hodges ends up on Minnesali at that place. Cats just had some kind of breakdown of communication. Hodges is just not the guy to guard Minnesali. Now, effectively, the Tommies have got 4 guards out there, but that's not the matchup the Cats are looking for.
First free throw's no good. Credit Minnesali, though. You get a matchup that's in your favor. You got to go right after it.
Yeah, Minnesali, though, 3 straight misses from the line. This is a guy who's 21 a game and potentially the player of the year in the Summit League.
Preseason player of the year.
Yeah, it's not what preseason players of the year do. They don't miss free throws in game-winning time.
Next free throw is good. He's 81% on the season coming into play today. Bobcats up by 6, 105 left, full court press. Bounce pass into Brown. It's on the near right side. Throws ahead to Jed Miller, still behind the timeline, and now breaks that timeline, takes it along the left sideline. Comes back out, passes out of a double-team trap. McMahon makes a contested catch, kicks out to Brown. Over to Miller, 15 to shoot. Burning some clock down. Bobcats up by 6. Miller gets a little help, comes left around a screen, turned into traffic, turned it over. St. Thomas going the other way. Minnesali hands it off for Dufault, bobbled it. Ooh, that could have been a travel. Now he's in deep, puts it up off the glass, got it to go, and a timeout called by St. Thomas. Tough turnover there by the Bobcats.
Yeah, not a timely turnover. And that's that offensive execution in late game situations that we've been talking about. Right there, Jed Miller wasn't maybe going to get a shot off, but a dead ball turnover of a shot clock violation doesn't cause you an issue. You can set your defense, force them to play against that defense. Now they get transition 2-on-1. They're able to convert, and you're back to a 4-point game.
36 seconds to go in the ball game, 78-74. Montana State is leading, and St. Thomas using that quick timeout as the Bobcats get ready to inbound this basketball. MSU at 3-5, St. Thomas at 6-3. The Bobcats looking for their first D1 home victory of the season. Just really haven't had many chances. They've been on the road a lot. They will continue to be on the road a lot. It's only their second D1 home game. They lost a tight one to Denver. Also out of the Summit League, they'll be at Oral Roberts on Saturday for a 6 p.m. tip-off. Inbounds pass coming from Pat McMahon again against the full court press. McMahon gets it into Miller. Works along the left sideline, throws out to McMahon, who takes across the timeline, and then a foul by St. Thomas. Janowski picks up his first, and Pat McMahon will go to the line.
Good press break right there for the Cats. That's late game offensive execution at its finest. You got to get the ball in, you get it to Miller. He calmly takes up some space, finds McMahon on the weak side. McMahon breaks the timeline and forces a foul.
Free throw is good for Pat McMahon. 24 points is his third 20-point game of the year already. He had 26 on Saturday. He's got 24 today. .32 seconds left. That free throw is no good. 79-74. Cats on top by 5. 30 seconds left of the game. On the drive and a kick out to the top. Janowski a topside three. No good. Rebound jostled and won by the Bobcats. Shot clock dark, 20 seconds off to go. And Jed Miller draws the foul by Janowski. 18.5 left, and Jed Miller will head to the stripe. You all right over there, Brian?
Nah, I don't like that one at all. Minnesota gets into the paint and draws help and kicks out to Janowski, who's been on fire all
nice.
night.
4 of 10 after that miss.
Wide open three. You're thinking that's a guaranteed make, and it's about to be a 2-point game. Thankfully for the Cats, it rolls out, and McMahon's able to secure it.
First free throw is good. This is a St. Thomas team that shoots 30% from the field on the season, or from the three-point line on the season. They're 31% tonight. It's a big shot here. It's up and good. That takes it from 6 to 7. Coach Logie, you can tell, feels it a little bit. 81-74. Making a 3-possession game with 18 seconds left. Minnesota out to the top. Knocked free by Miller, recovered by St. Thomas. Now Minnesota with a deep three, airballed it. It's short, loose on the floor. Bobcats dive on it. And we got a timeout for the Cats. That was Amanrud who dove down on top of it. Jed Miller wisely helped to call a timeout. Coach Logie with a little celebration with 8 seconds left.
Yeah, that's a really smart play. Amanrud comes in, lays out, comes up with possession, and then you got Miller and McMahon, the two seniors, both signaling timeout before St. Thomas is able to tie him up. St. Thomas had possession, would have got the ball back. Game is iced with that timeout call right there.
All right, it wasn't perfect, wasn't super clean, wasn't always aesthetically pleasing, but that doesn't really matter. All you want is that win in that left column of the record. The Bobcats up 81-74 with 8 seconds left, getting ready to put this thing away. And it's always so good to have a good showing in front of the hometown crowd when you just don't get many chances in the month of November and December.
Yeah, and feels like it's been forever since I've been here, and
because it has been.
Got this win, and now you're going to go get another one, hopefully on Saturday.
Bounce pass in, and Brown makes the catch and draws the foul. And such a service to the fan base to be able to see a game like this, see what these guys have been doing. All you can really do, watch on TV. It just doesn't always really translate when you're just looking at scores and box scores and watching on TV. Now, 2,500 plus get a chance to see the effort, the energy, the cohesion that this team is playing with, that this team is striving for, and has really brought on a consistent basis so far this year.
This team has played well all year.
Absolutely.
I mean, they really are just a couple of points, couple of minutes away from having a record that reflects how well they've played. But they've now been able to figure out a couple wins here. 2 of their last 3 D1s, they've been able to find a way to win and make plays in late game situations.
Free throws up, and no good from Brown. Bobcats still over 75%, though, from the free throw line. Passes stolen by Davis. The Bobcats can dribble it out. Bobcats get the dub at home. 24 points from Pat McMahon, but it was the Bozeman native who stole the show. Seth Almenrud in his D1 Bobcat debut, paying 16 points and 4 3 balls to help the Bobcats onto the win and their first home D1 victory of the season. Montana State 82, St. Thomas 74. Cats win it to go to 4-5. St. Thomas falls to 6-4. It's the first loss for St. Thomas in this Big Sky Summit League Challenge ever. They had been 4-0 before this one. We'll step aside, come back with plenty to talk about as the Cats win it 82-74 over St. Thomas. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
You are a Bobcat fan, and your seat matters. Section 108, right in the middle. And a perfect view of the fast break, alley-oop, and slam dunk. At Kendall Ford of Bozeman, we're a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Where you sit matters, as in the driver's seat. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great.
Great houses start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage with Sarah Kelzer and team at Rate. She is Bozeman's trusted mortgage specialist with 20 years experience that knows the neighborhood. We have great rates and personalized home lending solutions, and our decisions are made quickly so you can move into your dream home sooner. Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Call Sarah at 406-580-6604 or apply online. Equal housing lender subject to credit approval. NMLS number 400361.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up, pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
Universal Athletic has been a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 50 years. Check out their great selection of Bobcat apparel and accessories for all your game day needs. Shop in store at their North 7th Avenue location or online at shop.msubobcats.com for everything you need to cheer on your Bobcats. Universal Athletic, a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 50 years. Go Cats!
Here's to home. Here's to Northwest Crossing, where kids can be kids, and adults can also be kids, and new neighbors feel like old friends. Welcome to Bozeman, Montana's newest master planned community. Life here comes with nearby, top-rated Bozeman schools, on-site eateries and retail, office space, parks, trails, and so much more, including new homes from the 500s to 800s, exclusively built by Williams Homes. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. nwxbzn.com.
Northern States Fishing Tools, a proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats, has been serving the eastern Montana and western North Dakota oil fields since 1978. We are here to provide you with the best tools and services, all at competitive prices. Northern States Fishing Tools services the Williston Basin with fishing and rental tools, along with downhole tools that include packers, plugs, and through tubing equipment. We have the expert knowledge to give you satisfying results based on your specific needs. Go Bobcats!
Bobcat Basketball has been brought to you by Door Tech, raising the door on quality, Montana State University, Mountains and Mines, and by Rate, the foundation of great homes throughout Montana. Live from the First Interstate Bank broadcast booth, this is Bobcat Postgame.
Wins can't be ugly. The Bobcats get it done 82-74. They find a way to push this thing across the finish line. They had some phenomenal stretches in this game. They had some clunky stretches in this game, but at the end of the day, they beat the Summit League preseason favorite, St. Thomas, with an 82-74 victory. All right, before we dive too deep into this thing, let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Montana State Basketball. Alongside Brian Priebe following a Bobcat victory, 82-74. Montana State getting this thing done. And nearly a career high for Pat McMahon, 24 points. He was 2 shy. A career debut for Seth Almenrud, who did have 2 years at the JUCO level. But all in all, what a game for Montana State. And just find a way to get this thing done with 2 starters out due to injury.
Yeah, it's tremendous. It's really impressive to see what they did. And kind of fought through that lull from about the 10-minute mark to the 6-minute mark of the second half, where you're thinking, man, I just don't know if they got it in the tank. They felt like a little fatigued, and Seth Almenrud comes off the bench, knocks in a pair of threes, and the whole thing shifts. The momentum changes. McMahon makes the free throws, and you get out of here beating a team that's got a chance to be an NCAA tournament team come March.
No doubt. All right, we're going to step aside. We got plenty more to get to. We'll hear some highlights from this game. We'll also hear from head coach Matt Logie. But first, a timeout. Bobcats win it 82-74 over the St. Thomas Tommies. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Built, Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems, Bryant, whatever it takes, Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning, Carrier, turn to the experts, Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time, Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces, and NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Built.
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee-owned and serves southwest Montana with 9 locations. Visit your local Town & Country Foods today. Go Cats!
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Bobcats get the win 82-74 against St. Thomas today. Very impressive win for Montana State against a strong St. Thomas squad. Bobcats shoot 43% from the field, 38% from 3. That's 12 Wendy's 3 balls and 22 of 29 from the free throw line. St. Thomas 52% from the field, 9 of 30 from 3. That's 30% and 69% from the free throw line today. So Bobcats getting it done. Pat McMahon 24 points. Jed Miller had 18 in this game. Almenrud had 16. Brown had 12. You know, one thing that I think the Bobcats were kind of lacking a little last year after the graduation of Rob Ford was that really stellar kind of veteran guard play, specifically point guard play. Even with the injury to Kevin Holden, certainly seems like the Bobcats have that veteran backcourt presence that you need.
Yeah, Davian Brown and Jed Miller give you that stability. And then, you know, you play a team that's going to press you all night long, handle that press really well. There was only 1 or 2 possessions where you thought it was a little dicey. They got it across the time or just at the end, but they really didn't turn the ball over against the press. Cats really took care of it, only 7 turnovers on the night, and you do that, you're at home especially, you're going to be in good shape.
Right, this is a big win in front of the hometown crowd as well. When you just get so few opportunities in front of this great fan base, everybody's kind of a little distracted by football, and rightfully so. It's an exciting rush over there, but it's just so important to play like that on your home floor. Just remind everybody what they got here, because this is a really good basketball team right now.
This is a good team, and I'm telling you, they have the pieces to make something special happen throughout this next couple of months. It's never a guarantee, but you just like the maturity you've seen over the last 4 games, and frankly, you think about that Utah State game, you're one shot away from winning your last 4 being over 500 with a ton of momentum.
All right, we're going to take another break. We'll get some highlights in a bit. We're going to talk to Coach Logie, and we will get you some scores from around the Big Sky Summit League Challenge as well. Bobcats win at 82-74 over the St. Thomas Tommies. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
See every play, every big win, every Cats moment with the clarity you deserve. At Vance Thompson Vision, our team specializes in LASIK and cataract surgery to help restore and improve your vision. Because when it comes to cheering for the Bobcats, you don't want to miss a thing. Vance Thompson Vision is proud to be the official LASIK and cataract provider of Montana State Bobcat Athletics. Learn more and book your consultation today at VanceThompsonVision.com.
Hello, tomorrow. We may not know exactly what you've got in store for us, for our routines and our normals. But here's the thing. Turns out, we've got this. We haven't seen everything, but we have seen ourselves be more ready for whatever you bring than we thought we would be. So when it comes to tomorrow, bring on the day. First Interstate, built for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Visit us at firstinterstate.com.
Visiting West Yellowstone during the winter is a rare treat. The snow-covered landscape, frozen waterfalls, and frosted trees create a surreal winterscape. You'll enjoy our renowned hospitality, authentic Montana cuisine, and unmatched recreational opportunities. We encourage our guests to recreate responsibly and plan ahead to ensure a memorable trip. Plan your experience at DestinationYellowstone.com or YellowstoneDestination.com.
With friendly customer service and an outstanding location near Montana State University and the base of the Bridger Mountain Range, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson is the perfect place to begin your Bozeman adventure. Country Inn & Suites offers a hot and delicious Be Our Guest breakfast buffet each morning. Free Wi-Fi is available throughout the property, and we have a business center and meeting rooms. Our indoor pool and hot tub is a great way to relax after a day of fun, and the on-site fitness center will keep your workout goals on track. We have spacious king and double queen suites with a full-size sleeper sofa available, and every room in Country Inn & Suites is smoke-free. Reserve your room today.
Quitting smoking, vaping, or chew isn't easy because nicotine is extremely addictive. Plus, everyone's different. What worked for me may not work for you. That's where Quit Now Montana comes in. And it's free. You get a quit coach and a custom quit plan tailored to you, including free nicotine replacement therapy, patches, gum, or lozenges. Bottom line, Quit Now Montana works. Time to make it work for you. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW or go to quitnowmontana.com to get started today. Montana Department of Public Health and Human Services.
Looking for the perfect place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Bobcat win? Come on down to Ribbon Chop House. We have locations in Bozeman, Billings, Butte, Great Falls, and Livingston, where premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs meet unmatched hospitality. Starting January 6th, join us on Tuesday nights at 6:30 in Bozeman for great food and fanfare with the Cat Chat Coaches Show. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching with friends, do it with flavor. Ribbon Chop House, proud partner of Montana State. Go Cats!
Get the win today, 82-74 over St. Thomas. Keaton Gillogly alongside Brian Priebe, and now head coach Matt Logie joins us after the victory today. And Coach, boy, we got to start with the local boy, Seth Almenrud, 16 points, 4 threes today. What a fine performance by this young man for his D1 debut today.
Yeah, I can't say enough about Seth. I'm getting emotional because of what he's been through this fall. You know, he first of all, he grew up here, dreamt of being a Bobcat his whole life, had a great summer, a great fall, was firmly in the rotation, and then had a bad ankle sprain that just took him out for about 7 weeks. And by the time he was cleared, our rotations had solidified. Guys are playing well. You know, we have so much confidence in him. We didn't want to waste, a year of limited opportunity, and you never know what's going to happen. But, as of a week ago, he was going to take a red shirt, and then we had some injuries occur, and we're like, hey, we reserved the right to ask you back this year. And we sat down with him yesterday after we got some more information and on our needs, and he was like, I'm excited. I'm ready. Let's do this. And, you don't have to stay ready. You don't have to get ready if you stay ready. And that's really a testament to Seth. He's just such a worker. He's got a great attitude. To come in your first game and have that type of confidence says a lot about, what he's done to prepare himself for this moment.
Yeah, talk about the rest of your guard play. 7 turnovers over the course of a night against a team that's going to press you every time they make a basket, free throw, timeout, whatever. and you're doing all that with a key member out in Kevin Holden.
Yeah, and that's why Seth was so important. We just needed somebody else that could, be a combo guard that could handle the ball, alleviate some pressure and make shots. And he just happened to have 4 steals as well. Jed did a really good job handling the basketball. To have 7 turnovers against that team, that gives you a good chance to win.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And then when you look at this team and this season, what you've seen is late game situations have been the thing. Long Beach breakthrough there. Utah State close but not quite tonight. Last 6 minutes, you go 19-7. So the offense really carried things down the stretch.
Yeah, I thought we executed well. I thought Pat made some good decisions. He had 5 assists on top of the 24 points, and getting to the foul line as much as he did. And so, I just thought we did a good job. And like I said all along, those experiences just help you prepare for these type of games.
Well, Coach, heck of a performance. Glad you could put that on in front of the 2,500 today. And you guys are off to Oral Roberts next on Saturday. Appreciate the time. Congrats on the win.
Thanks a lot. Go Cats.
All right, that's head coach Matt Logie following the 82-74 win for Montana State over St. Thomas. We'll step aside, come back, get you highlights, our Intermountain Health Player of the Game, and the Vance Thompson Division look ahead as the Cats earn the win to go to 4-3. St. Thomas falls to 6-4. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky Country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
The Gallatin Valley is thriving, and Bozeman is not only a destination for families to live, work, and play, it's also a destination for businesses. The Bozeman Area Chamber of Commerce is a great way to get involved in Bozeman's thriving business community. The Bozeman Chamber Economic Partnership assists existing businesses through expansion, grows new companies in our community, and attracts fresh opportunities for Gallatin County. Bozeman, our community, a jewel among the Northern Rockies. For more information, go to bozemanchamber.com.
Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
So winner for the Cats. They beat St. Thomas today, 82-74. A heck of a win for the Cats as they go to 4-5. And it's the local boy, Seth Almenrud, with a big-time performance coming off the bench with 16 points in his D1 debut after transferring from Dawson Community College. All right, Brian, let's go ahead and get to our Intermountain Health Player of the Game. Who you got?
Well, Pat McMahon had 24 points. He had 7 rebounds and 5 assists, and he is not the player of the game because that goes to our Manhattan Christian alum, Seth Almenrud. Had a great game opener, 16 minutes, 16 points, 4 steals, had an assist, a rebound, and had a really nice loose ball save late in that ball game. And really was a catalyst. You know, when the Cats were down 4 with about 5.5 to go, he knocks down that little 3 off the one bounce, and from there, all of a sudden, the Cats are rolling and never look back.
And all that with the Cats missing Kevin Holden today and Christian King. Not sure what the prognosis for Kevin Holden is yet. Christian King, I don't think, is too far away, but we will see. So it'll be certainly helpful when the Cats, especially get Christian King back. And as you heard Coach Logie tell us, Almenrud pulling the red shirt off and getting in there and having a big-time performance today. He was certainly putting up some highlights today, and there were a lot of them. Let's go ahead and take a listen to our First Security Bank highlights of the day, and we can listen to those right now. Lafferty Goes up to the top of the key. Bad pass stolen away by the Bobcats. Pat McMahon without numbers. Hands it off. Now Brown. Transition three. It's good. Davian Brown. 3 threes. And we have a whistle after that ball goes in. Miller lobs down into the post. Mbach kick out left corner. Amundsen on the drive. He goes up, plays it in, and those are his first 2 Division I points. Kick out left corner, Davis. 5 to shoot on the baseline. Out to Amundsen. Thought about a 3. Now to the left corner. Here's Davis. His 3 ball is good at the end of the shot clock. Oh, not a moment to spare. Jeremiah Davis with 5 points. Ball moving around the perimeter. Mbach hands off for Miller off a screen. Alley-oop, and Mbach slams it home with 2 hands and 1. Miller bounce past Mbach. Hand off for Miller. Steps back, tries a 3. That's good. Jed Miller, another 3 ball. His 3rd Wendy's 3 of the first half. That's got people up and rocking now. 10 to shoot. McMahon posting up. Backing in. Spins left shoulder. Lays it. Good and 1. Pat McMahon, a man amongst boys, finishing off again, and he'll go to the line trying to complete the 3-point play. Hero out on the right wing now. 4 to shoot. Hero working on McMahon. Had his pocket picked by Amundsen. Bobcats ahead from left to right. Amundsen transition 3. Oh, yeah. Welcome to the Bobcat Blue and Gold. The Bozeman native Seth Amundsen making his impact felt in his first Bobcat performance. Out to the right wing, McMahon draws a double, kicks it out. Amundsen pump fake, steps to his left, lets it fly. Bang! Seth Amundsen announcing his presence with authority. He's got 16 in his D1 debut. Those were our first Security Bank highlights of the game. What a performance by Seth Amundsen. Very, very exciting to see that from the hometown man. All right, looking ahead for the Bobcats, presented by Vance Thompson Vision, the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Montana State Bobcats. MSU has Oral Roberts coming up on Saturday. That'll be a 6 p.m. tip-off on the air at 5:30. Adam Hildebrand will be filling in over in Tulsa as the women will be home, and we've got the second round of the FCS playoffs here on campus. After that, it'll be Saturday, December 13th at Oregon State at 3 o'clock. Tuesday, December 16th at Cal Poly at 8 o'clock, and then here on December 22nd against Northwest at 1 o'clock before Big Sky play starts with a bang, Brian. I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but January 1st, Northern Colorado is here, 7 o'clock. You know, they made the championship game last year. They're off to an 8-1 start after beating Omaha today. That's going to be a heck of a way to start the year.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to see 2 teams that are kind of turning into powers around the league that are going to face off on New Year's Day. Like, that's going to be a fun one come the first.
Some scores before we say our final goodbye. Northern Colorado beat Omaha 75-70 to go to 8-1, as we mentioned. Northern Arizona lost at home 75-62 against South Dakota State. Idaho State wins at Kansas City 68-59. Portland State goes to 5-2 with a 77-71 win against South Dakota. NDSU beats Montana 81-72 in Missoula. Weber State beats Oral Roberts 92-66. So the Bobcats looking to follow that up at Oral Roberts on Saturday. Idaho beats North Dakota 90-58, and Denver sneaks by Eastern Washington 93-89. All right, that'll wrap it up. Brian, heck of a dub for the Cats to go to 4-3, and things are looking up.
Things are always looking up. 4-5 on the season, and a chance to get even on Saturday.
All right, looking forward to that, and we'll talk to you again on Saturday for the FCS playoffs. The second round is here for a noon kickoff. For my broadcast partner, Brian Priebe, and our producer, Kelly Freeman, this is Keaton Gillogly saying so long from the Brick. Pleasure to be with you today, and looking forward to talking to you again on Saturday for some playoffs. Final score for a final time today, Montana State wins it 82-74 over St. Thomas. You've been listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Bobcat Basketball has been brought to you by Town Pump Food